One fine day, the world completely went to hell in a handbasket as monsters rudely poured out of uninvited gates. Naturally, humanity's only saving grace was the hunters, individuals who conveniently awakened superpowers through a mysterious system. While the top dogs relied on fancy constellations to reach the 9-star rank, our boy became a miraculous 9-star hunter entirely on his own. Because overachievers are never appreciated, the 7 great families threw a tantrum and judged him as a massive threat to their precious world order. Fast forward to the East Capital, which is currently enjoying a lovely, apocalyptic hellfire vacation thanks to this little misunderstanding. Amidst the blazing ruins and scattered corpses, an entire army showed up just to assassinate our lone, overpowered protagonist. The Romanov family, a magical house vying for Eurasian dominance, proudly planted their flag on a literal mountain of bodies. Looking like he just survived a blender, our battered hero clutched his broken pocket watch while gasping for air. Glaring through the blood and sweat, he cursed out the damned Dmitri with enough venom to kill a lesser man. Perched comfortably on some rubble like a smug pigeon, his enemy mocked the constellation-less hunter for finally meeting his pathetic end. Meet Dmitri Andreevich Romanov, the 9-star magic king and incarnation of Odin, who clearly let his divine title go to his head. Unimpressed by the old man's glowing eyes, our hero casually asked for the exact reason behind this overly dramatic assassination attempt. When asked if it was his lack of a constellation or his refusal to submit, Dmitri laughed and gleefully admitted it was absolutely both. The arrogant old mage explained that the constellations were throwing a cosmic fit, terrified of a mortal who didn't need their useless grace. After all, a rogue 9-star necromancer known as the undead king Ryoga Chinen is basically a walking, talking middle finger to their authority. Flashing a dangerously sharp grin, Ryoga scoffed at the absolute load of nonsense spilling from the old man's mouth. Dmitri continued his self-righteous lecture, claiming that manipulating the dead was a blatant trampling of the world's natural providence. Flexing his shiny divine magic, the old man bragged that Ryoga's defiled power made him a forsaken loser in this battle of 9 stars. Slowly standing up, Ryoga sarcastically asked if the old fool wanted to know why he had been quietly tolerating this arrogant babbling. Dripping with dark, menacing energy, the undead king smirked and declared he was about to give this pompous mage a deadly first-hand demonstration. Ryoga unleashed his dark magic regeneration ecliptic art, summoning shadowy skeletal limbs. Pure overkill. Moments later, he activated his transcendental technique Death Field, creating a swirling vortex of dark energy. Dmitri watched, unimpressed. To everyone's surprise, Ryoga's Death Field summoned an entire army of glowing skeletons. Dmitri questioned if it was fueled by souls. Dmitri, however, remained unfazed. He decided to unleash his strongest magic, vowing to destroy the undead king's very soul. In a split second, Dmitri charged a blinding golden beam of divine magic. Zero hesitation. Ryoga's eyes widened. Dmitri was about to use the Eye of Odin, a technique his Death Field couldn't possibly withstand. Dmitri unleashed the absolute incantation Eye of Odin, followed by the transcendental magic Lord of Vermilion. Pure overkill. The destructive red energy expanded rapidly, threatening to consume everything in its path. Since he was going to die anyway, Ryoga, bloodied and battered, flashed a grim smile. He decided to try something desperate. Dmitri noticed the undead king's unexpected smile. Was this a final act of defiance? In a split second, Ryoga pulled out his broken pocket watch. This was Kronos' pocket watch, an artifact capable of interfering with time. It detected a constellation's power. The watch activated, its power now infused by a constellation. Ryoga Chinen was about to regress to his past. Time began winding back. The pocket watch's activation required a 9-star player, and to infuse the artifact with a constellation's power. Since Ryoga lacked one, he simply borrowed Dmitri's. Ironically enough, Dmitri's own Eye of Odin power was being absorbed into the artifact. Dmitri watched in horror, demanding to know what the undead king had done. Ryoga, still smiling, declared he would put Dmitri's proud power to good use. Classic rookie mistake. With a final, defiant middle finger, Ryoga promised to crush Dmitri and the 7 great families next time. The pocket watch glowed intensely, engulfing Ryoga in a blinding flash of light. Ryoga Chinen jolted awake, gasping for air. He was back. His heart pounded fiercely in his chest. Pure panic. He glanced around, recognizing his old room. Unbelievably, he was home. Ryoga clutched the broken pocket watch. Had it truly worked? Rage flared in his eyes. Dmitri, that bastard, would pay. The broken Kronos' pocket watch had activated. His gamble paid off. It had been 23 years. The system had reappeared. His stats were back to square one. Level 1. The system offered basic classes. Ryoga remembered his past mistake. No need to rush. This time, he'd survive until the very end. He'd use all his 9-star hunter knowledge. Zero hesitation. Meanwhile, he arrived at the Natsuhabara Hunter Market. A shop assistant greeted him with a smile. Ryoga cut to the chase. Do you have the Ring of Dark Gloom? The assistant looked surprised. Ha! She warned him it was cursed. He knew. How much is it? Moments later, Ryoga walked out, purchase complete. The assistant reiterated the no-guarantee policy. He didn't care. He held the Ring of Dark Gloom. A cursed item, indeed. But this thing hid a secret. Nobody knew. Ryoga slipped on the Ring of Dark Gloom. The curse promised necromancy knowledge to its repeller. He smirked. Pure power. The ring's curse manifested. Dimitri. Ryoga recognized his old foe. Unbelievable. The illusion of Dimitri mocked him. You monster who manipulates rotting flesh. Classic villain. Dimitri questioned his strength. Can you defeat me without a constellation's grace? Ryoga scoffed. Forsaken, indeed. Dimitri launched a golden fist. You will never be able to defeat me. Overconfident fool. Ryoga blocked the mental interference. Clear mind activated. Total immunity. Zero hesitation. The trial shattered. You have cleared the trial of the Ring of Dark Gloom. Piece of cake. The necromancer's power awakened. Ryoga knew the secret. Not to resist. He was the world's first. Ryoga smirked. I'll just have to create one. A constellation for a necromancer. Revolutionary. The ring glowed. Item rank increased. Rare to epic. A good start. Ryoga held the upgraded ring. All right. A satisfied smirk. The system prompted a class selection. Martial artist, mage, necromancer, priest. He chose necromancer. Obviously. He acquired Guide of Death. Spirit power consumption reduced. Handy. Ryoga smiled. This is a good start. An understatement. He checked his skills. Raise undead and bone control. Only 2. A minor setback. His rank reset with regression. Back to the beginning. But the knowledge remained. He could reach 7-star. But 9-star? Not through normal means. A challenge. Becoming a necromancer early was great. But still not enough. Not for Dimitri. Dimitri, I need a guardian star to defeat him. A new objective. Meanwhile he traveled. To the Temple of Cronus. A new destination. Ryoga's journey led him to the ancient constellations, those who fell to Zeus. Some, like Helios, became Titan constellations. Others, like Cronus, were forgotten. He arrived at a ruined temple. The owner of this broken pocket watch was different. A fallen constellation awaited. Time to meet him. Ryoga slammed the pocket watch onto the altar. A decisive blow. No hesitation. The watch shattered, unleashing golden energy. Space distorted. A portal opened. Pure power. He stood in a grand, ethereal temple. A voice echoed, demanding, Who is it? The presence was immense. A giant, shadowy figure materialized, radiating raw power. Cronus. Who is the fool acting so insolently before me? Ryoga, unfazed, smirked. I'm glad to meet you, deposed king of the Titans. Cronus. A direct approach. Cronus, surprised, eyed the pocket watch. Little one, are you the one who turned back time? Unbelievable. Ryoga held the now-repaired watch. As you can see, confident smirk. Zero hesitation. Cronus observed him. To successfully regress, you must have been quite the powerhouse for a human, no? Then, the crucial question. But why did you awaken me? Cronus, the father of Zeus, swallowed his sons. Now a forgotten name, but the flames of revenge still burned. Ryoga knew it. Ryoga flashed a dangerous smirk. Don't you want revenge? A bold proposition. Cronus's eyes widened. A flicker of surprise. What did you say? Ryoga laid out his offer. If you become my guardian star, I'll help you with your revenge. A simple deal. Cronus erupted in rage. For a mere human to interject in my revenge. You dares to tell me to submit? Pure arrogance. Ryoga scoffed. I reached 9-star without any constellation's blessing. He listed his enemies, Zeus, the 7 great families. Shared foes. Ryoga detailed his plan. Destroy the Caramanless family, weaken Olympus. Cronus, however, dismissed his ambition as quite small. Cronus acknowledged Ryoga's skill with the watch. But a necromancer seeking his blessing after regressing? Unlikely. Cronus declared incompatibility. His power defied providence. Ryoga countered. As the god of harvest, it was a different story. A crucial distinction. Constellations form contracts based on origin and nature. Cronus, who presided over harvest and time, held a scythe. A visual argument. Cronus, the Grim Reaper, appeared. The scythe, a symbol of harvest, also represented death and rebirth. Defying providence, indeed. Cronus, enraged, roared. To think you'd link the nature of death with mine. Pure arrogance. Don't get arrogant, mere human. Ryoga, unfazed, simply stated. This isn't the time to be saying things like that. Zero hesitation. Cronus questioned Ryoga's plan. Do you plan on living out the rest of your days having lost both your power and your name? Ryoga countered, proposing they overthrow Olympus. Ryoga knew this was his last chance. I have no other choice. If I can't do this, I'm at a dead end. Cronus acknowledged Ryoga's words. You're right. I haven't forgotten my revenge for even a moment. He would test Ryoga. Cronus began the painful process, turning the god of harvest into a being that defies providence. Endure this and he'd be Ryoga's guardian star. Ryoga was taken aback. Wait. This suddenly? No time to prepare. Cronus declared. I appoint you, as my proxy, as my saint. A bold move. Ryoga was shocked. A saint? Two opposing attributes, dark and holy, clashed inside his body. Ryoga struggled against the agony. If he lost consciousness now, he'd never get another chance. Gritting his teeth, Ryoga forced himself. Endure. It. Pure will. Moments later, Ryoga was in Japan, walking through an airport. As expected, Japan is the best. Cronus, now a chibi, floated beside him. Ho, so the world has changed this much. Ryoga agreed. Time was cruel. Cronus addressed his contractor. Don't you think so? My contractor. A new star had risen. The harvester. Now the giant who defies heaven. Ryoga mocked Cronus. You act so high and mighty even though you can't grant a single blessing. Cronus just laughed. Ryoga explained Cronus's situation. He had no worshippers, thus no power or blessings. Yet he seemed awfully happy. Ryoga revealed his strategy. He forced Cronus into a Grim Reaper saint mold. They needed to build anecdotes of defying providence from now on. Cronus, in chibi form, explained his joy. I've been resurrected after a long time, so it's only natural that I'm deeply moved. Cronus instructed Ryoga. From now on you will spread my name far and wide. Understand? Ryoga felt stuck. Ryoga pondered the implications. Priest and saint were top-tier classes after all. Cronus was pouring power into him. The Saint of the White Knight class granted him holy spell efficiency and no necromancer penalties, plus holy and spirit power conversion. A saint relied on holy power, a necromancer on spirit. Wielding both simultaneously? Unheard of. Pure overkill. Using both necromancy and holy skills at once was way too overpowered. A dangerous combo. Cronus, ever smug, explained his choice was calculated. A saint was a guardian star's proxy after all. Ryoga realized it was all planned. Cronus cackled. I was the king of gods after all. Ryoga just hummed, deep in thought. Ryoga smirked. Around this time, an old gate would be best. Time to test his new powers. Ancient garden. The perfect place to test his new powers. A fresh start. Gates connected dimensions. Some were fluid, disappearing after the boss and core were defeated. This one, however, was fixed. The ancient garden. 1 star, medium, 52% mana density. Permanently there. This fixed, 1-star nature made it easy for novice hunters to enter. A classic rookie dungeon. Everyone was busy looking for a party. Be careful, someone warned. Newbies and veterans alike. A group approached Ryoga. If you are alone, would you like to join us? He simply said, I'm good. Ah, I see. The hunter looked a bit taken aback. He looks like a brand new hunter, but is he okay on his own? A concerned query. What are you talking about? A female hunter scoffed. He turned us down. No need to worry. Ryoga smirked. At this level, one person is enough. He was going to test his new skill. You have entered the ancient garden, the system announced. Ryoga stepped in. It's quiet. In times like these, the standard pattern was for something to jump out. A classic setup. I guess the first prey. Ryoga mused. In a split second, a goblin appeared. In a split second, a goblin lunged. Ryoga, ever calm, knew exactly what was coming. His first true test had arrived. The goblin shrieked. Ryoga, unfazed, activated his White Knight trait. Spiritual power instantly converted to holy power. Game on. Zero hesitation. Ryoga initiated Life Drain. The holy spell began to siphon the goblin's very essence. Pure overkill. The sensation was quite similar. Ryoga observed the flow of holy power, noting its familiar yet distinct feel. Fascinating. The goblin's life force rapidly depleted. Its form twisted and cracked under the relentless drain. A brutal end. Moments later, the goblin collapsed. A husk. Ryoga absorbed its life force, feeling his basic stats increase. Pleasant surprise. This was insane. Ryoga realized killing with life drain boosted his stats. A new path to power opened. Since the level up granted 5 points, Ryoga quickly calculated. Killing 25 goblins equaled 1 level. Incredible growth potential. Cronus appeared, ever smug. Contractor, do you like it? Ryoga, with a smirk, admitted it was incredible. The king of gods demanded praise for his greatness. Ryoga reluctantly conceded. He was right about this one. Alright, Ryoga thought, looking at the goblin's corpse. Time for the next step. A new experiment awaited. With a focused gaze, Ryoga prepared. Time to begin. Necromancy was next on the agenda. A classic move. He extended his hand, dark energy swirling. Respond to the call. Ryoga cast Raise Undead. A new minion. The corpse twitched, then began to reanimate. Dark power surged through its lifeless form. Unbelievable power. The goblin zombie stood, complete. Its stats increased by an impressive 97.2%. Formidable undead. Perfect. With this, Ryoga mused, his zombie could pull its own weight. A valuable asset for the ancient garden. Excellent. Suddenly, more rustling. Ryoga and his new zombie encountered a group of living goblins. An opportune moment. This was a perfect chance for a combat test. Ryoga grinned. Go! He unleashed his undead minion. The zombie goblin charged. A blur of undead fury. Its glowing eyes fixed on the living goblins. Zero hesitation. It slammed into the first goblin, a brutal attack. The living goblins shrieked in terror. A chaotic brawl erupted. The living goblins were confused. Ryoga's zombie, however, was far from defeated. It was a zombie after all. The undead goblin retaliated. A brutal punch connected. Chaos reigned. Ryoga, ever the showman, activated White Knight. He gained more stats. Am I invisible to you? He quipped. The goblin shrieked. Ryoga's life drain activated. Another one down. Ryoga pondered. Could he absorb life force from a corpse? An interesting thought. It worked. Life drain was versatile. Ryoga gained more stats. A wide range of tolerance indeed. Ryoga smirked. Time to accelerate. No time to waste. A necromancer's maxim echoed. Defeat the first foe and half the battle is won. In other words, Ryoga thought it was time for reinforcements. Respond to the call. Ryoga cast Raise Undead. More minions joined the fray. The first undead was the hardest. Now it was easy. His new zombies were powerful. This is it, Ryoga declared. Necromancers truly were the best. His undead army surged forward. The living goblins didn't stand a chance. A brutal, one-sided battle. The living goblins were overwhelmed. Cronus appeared, ever the critic. Show more dignity, he chided. Ryoga scoffed. Get used to it. This was a necromancer's fight. Maximum undead reached. 20 minions at his command. An army of his own. His command was absolute. The undead goblins continued their assault. Suddenly, an arrow flew. A fire arrow. Someone was hiding. Wait! Ryoga sensed something. Stop hiding, he commanded. The hidden hunters finally revealed themselves, with their leader demanding to know Ryoga's identity. Classic. Ryoga, recognizing the faces, pondered their sudden appearance. The hunters identified themselves as the twin shadow hunters. Ryoga confirmed their identity with a chilling revelation. These were his past life's assassins. Awkward. The twin shadow hunters, Yuma and Yuka Rendo, were indeed famous fraternal twins. Ryoga knew them well. Ryoga recalled their past prowess, then scoffed at their current weak state. Dealing with them used to be a pain. He noted their current 1-star rank and the unexpected addition of a third hunter. A new variable. Ryoga considered eliminating them early, then decided against it. No direct grudge, just business. Yuma, ever the observant one, directly questioned Ryoga about his zombie minion. Busted. Ryoga mused that necromancy wasn't widely known yet. His secret weapon was still a novelty. He proudly confirmed the zombie was his summon. No hiding the truth now. Ryoga found his zombie useful for carrying loot. He then offered the hunters a job. He proposed an 8:2 split for mana stone collection. Easy money for them, easy work for him. Ryoga confidently awaited their decision. The ball was in their court. Yuka and Hybra voiced their strong distrust. A zombie summoning hunter was unheard of. Ryoga grew impatient. Yuma, however, made the final call. They'd take the deal. Yuma, ever the negotiator, countered with a 5:5 split. Still, their individual take would be small. Ryoga stood firm at 7:3. No room for debate. Yuma, after a moment, reluctantly agreed. Hybra, clearly terrified, questioned Yuma's decision. Yuma reassured him. Yuma explained his reasoning. Ryoga's confidence and lack of gear spoke volumes. He was powerful. Yuma concluded that following Ryoga meant more profit than usual. Greed, a powerful motivator. Ryoga, utterly spent, collapsed to the ground. Let me rest, he gasped. Yuma, equally drained, reached his limit. He dropped a mountain of mana stones. Ryoga noted the fallen goblins, a gold mine. Yuma, ever the opportunist, pointed out more. Yuma, exhausted, asked for a break. Ryoga's summon, however, was still tearing through goblins. Ryoga, unfazed, pointed out even more dead goblins. Pure efficiency. Ryoga, ever so generous, told Yuma to take his time. Yuma was speechless. Yuma, Yuka, and Hybra stared in disbelief. This guy was definitely not human. Ryoga surveyed the scene. Things were mostly cleaned up. Ryoga checked his stats. Life Drain was ridiculously efficient, boosting him to level 4. His level had also gone up. Unbelievable progress. Ryoga, ever ambitious, wondered if it was time for the boss. They found the boss. A goblin shaman. A foolish human has arrived, it sneered. Ryoga, unimpressed, scoffed at the moronic goblin. King of the mountain, indeed. Yuka, ever cautious, warned against provoking the shaman. Too late. The shaman, enraged, ordered its goblins to make Ryoga kneel. Ryoga's summons, unleashed, tore through the goblin horde. Feast on them. One summon fell. A system message flashed. Summons decreased. Ryoga, unfazed, simply called for another summon. Answer my call. Out of a fallen goblin, a new summon rose. Max capacity reached. The hunters watched in horror. He was turning corpses into summons. The goblin shaman activated. Come Masola Kara. Its totem of valor encouraged the goblins. The shaman boasted its totem buffed allies and debuffed enemies. Behold, its valiant goblins. Ryoga, observing a buffed goblin, casually asked, What did you say? The shaman, enraged, shrieked about a mere human, daring to touch its totem. A buffed goblin lunged. Ryoga, unfazed, declared, Like hell I'd let you. Ryoga, now holding the shaman's staff, smirked. What's wrong? Are you frustrated? The shaman, desperate, activated Madness Incantation, calling forth an incarnation of madness. Goblins gained a 50% strength and agility boost. Ryoga's summons rapidly decreased to 19/20. Ryoga's summons continued to fall, dropping to 18/20, then 15/20, and finally, October 20th. With summons at August 20th, Ryoga realized the staff was the shaman's trump card. The shaman, regaining confidence, bragged about its bone staff, infused with goblin grudges. Ryoga observed the staff. Made of bone, huh? Nice, this is a piece of cake. He activated bone control. The shaman's bone staff began to shake violently, then crumble in its grip. Ryoga now held the staff. The madness incantation had been interrupted. The shaman, utterly bewildered, screamed, What did you do? Ryoga, holding the staff, explained the goblin's madness had ended. Their stats decreased. The shaman, still in disbelief, repeated, Wah? What did you do? Goblin's strength and agility were now reduced by 30%. Ryoga continued his taunts. Ryoga used bone control on the staff, noting its superior responsiveness. He prepared to return it. Ryoga, with a smirk, hurled the shaman's own staff directly back at it. Ryoga's hurled staff struck the goblin shaman, delivering a critical blow. Pure overkill. Ryoga activated Life Drain, absorbing the shaman's essence. A boss monster yielded decent stats. Ryoga finished draining the shaman, collecting its blood. He nearly used it all for Life Drain. Ryoga told his party to clean up the remaining goblins. They looked surprised but agreed. The party surveyed the massive pile of dead goblins. Cleaning this would be a nightmare. Moments later, Ryoga and his refreshed party were back in the bustling city. A crowd gathered, amazed by the mana stones. They couldn't believe only 4 people did it. Yuma suggested taking the mana stones to a shop. Good work, everyone. Yuma explained it was better to bring them in themselves for a fair price. Yuma then asked if Ryoga trusted them. Ryoga gave him a suspicious glare. Hybra and Yuka looked worried. Ryoga, however, revealed it was just a joke. Ryoga asked how much the mana stones would sell for. Yuma estimated around 6 million. Ryoga inspected Hybra's staff, declaring it worthless. Hybra asked why. Ryoga explained the Staff of Grudges was a rare, cursed item. Priests couldn't handle its power. Ryoga then asked if he could have the staff. Hybra was surprised but agreed. Hybra insisted they wouldn't have gotten it without Ryoga. They'd settle as if it never dropped. The rest of the party readily agreed with Hybra's decision. Fine by them. Ryoga smiled, starting to like how this team operated. Ryoga confirmed their team name, the Rookies, and proposed another dive tomorrow. They eagerly accepted. The next day, they re-entered the ancient garden. New day, new hunt. Ryoga battled fiercely, his undead minions swarming. He asked his tired companions if they could keep going. Yuma admitted they were done for the day. Their bags were completely full. Ryoga told them to go on ahead. His spirit companion, sensing something, asked if he sent them back on purpose. Ryoga wondered if it was that obvious. Ryoga, holding the staff of grudges, declared he wanted no witnesses from here on out. The scene shifted to the serene, yet ancient, north side of the ancient garden. Suddenly, Ryoga was ambushed by a group of aggressive frogmen, their eyes glowing red. His undead goblins charged forward, growling fiercely, ready to engage the new threat. The undead goblins clashed with the frogmen, a chaotic battle unfolding in the dense forest. Ryoga's undead goblins were taking heavy hits. Frogmen had superior stats, after all. He noted the frogmen's higher stats, explaining his goblin struggle. Ryoga activated potion control. Ryoga struck a frogman with the staff of grudges. A system message confirmed, oil shower reduced piercing damage. He followed up with a powerful kick, sending a frogman flying. Pure physical prowess. A system message confirmed his spiritual power boosted the staff's piercing damage. Ryoga grunted, "Humph." Ryoga activated potion control again, commanding his undead goblins to press their attack. Manipulating the staff and summons consumed significant spiritual power. His reserves were dropping fast. One of his undead goblins fell. Ryoga immediately activated Raise Undead, consuming more spiritual power. Ryoga, with intense focus, affirmed to himself, "I can still handle this." He successfully raised the fallen frogman. Shouting, "Raise Undead!" A new army joined him. The newly raised undead frogmen attacked, and Ryoga leveled up. Level 6 achieved. Ryoga smirked, confident he'd reach his peak soon. "Just you wait, Magic King," he vowed. The ancient garden's serene yet overgrown ruins awaited Ryoga. Ryoga stood amidst his new frogmen, eyeing the central structure. "Contractor, what exactly are you planning?" his spirit asked. "I need to focus, so keep it down," Ryoga replied. He began dripping Goblin Shaman's blood onto a frogman's heart. A strange ritual. The frogman's heart glowed with eerie green energy. Ryoga smirked, holding it. "I can access the hidden area," Ryoga declared. The system confirmed the ancient garden secret was unraveled. Moving to the ancient proving grounds. In a flash, he arrived at a vast, ancient arena. "You have entered the ancient proving grounds." He scanned the colossal structure. "I never managed to find this before my regression, but here it finally is." A blinding light erupted, his frogmen ready for action. A massive claw slammed down. "This trial has a player limit, 1. Please prove your courage and potential." Ryoga's eyes glowed. "It's here." A colossal dragonian materialized. A new prey, a dragonian, has appeared. Time limit, 10 minutes. The trial's name appeared, the Ancient Proving Grounds Eye. This trial, created by Constellations, weeds out elite hunters. Commissioned to the Dragon Legion, elite soldiers are stationed here. His spirit companion scoffed. "With your pathetic strength, you won't even last 10 seconds. I suppose I'll have to start looking for a new saintess," the spirit mused. Ryoga, annoyed, snapped, "That's not going to happen. Even for a dragonkin, his power should be scaled down to match a 1-star. He added, "That doesn't mean this will be easy." The dragonian took a heavy, ground-shaking step, ready to rumble. "Wait!" Ryoga yelled, halting the beast. The dragonian paused, confused. "Give me a second to finish the modification." Ryoga, ever the pragmatist, questioned villain tropes. He began an on-the-spot modification. The dragonian writhed in agony. Cadaverous poison flowed. Undead modification successful. The dragonian evolved into a plague zombie. "Ho, an on-the-spot modification?" his spirit companion gasped. Ryoga smirked. "I was a necromancer." Ryoga, staff in hand, confidently declared, "All right, that's enough talk. Come at me." A zombie horde awaited. The newly transformed plague zombie dragonian roared. It lunged, claws extended. The dragonian unleashed a powerful attack. Ryoga's frogman zombies engaged the beast. The dragonian fought back fiercely. One of Ryoga's frogmen took a heavy blow. The dragonian spewed acid poison. A system message confirmed, acid poison LV 12. Ryoga explained his strategy. He converted the frogman's strength into lethal poison. The dragonian roared in pain. The poison was clearly taking its toll. "You're a tough one," Ryoga admitted. He activated the Staff of Grudges. Ryoga charged forward, staff glowing. He prepared for close combat. "He's still strong," Ryoga gritted. Even with poison resistance, the fight was tough. The enraged dragonian prepared another devastating attack. It was far from defeated. "Bone control," Ryoga commanded. The dragonian shrieked in pain. The dragonian screamed in agony. Its bones twisted under Ryoga's command. "Now, go!" Ryoga yelled. His zombie horde swarmed the weakened beast. The dragonian was overwhelmed. It roared, heavily damaged by the relentless assault. Ryoga acknowledged the last-ditch effort. But this is the end for you. The colossal Dragonian finally collapsed. This defeat echoed through the arena. The colossal Dragonian finally collapsed. This defeat echoed through the arena. Ryoga, ever the pragmatist, activated Life Drain. He absorbed the beast's essence. A system message declared, "You have cleared Ancient Proving Grounds I." His spirit companion was impressed. Another message appeared. The crest of endurance has been engraved. Ryoga smirked. Not bad at all. Ryoga eyed the massive dragonkin corpse. This was prime material for a high-grade undead. His spirit companion questioned his plans. Ryoga vowed to create a transcendent summon, wasting nothing. Ryoga pondered his next move. He needed proper alchemical tools for such a feat. Meanwhile, the scene shifted to the familiar modern landscape of Kishu Prefecture. Ryoga arrived at a building, noting its unchanging appearance. He coughed, a lingering reminder of his past. Still coughing, Ryoga looked unwell. Renya Shinya, also disheveled, peeked from behind a wall. Ryoga spotted Renya Shinya. Found him, he thought, a plan forming. Renya Shinya, the future great alchemist, was introduced. He was the pioneer of mass-produced potions. Ryoga approached Renya. "Excuse me, do you have a moment?" he asked politely. Renya, surprised, stated it was his private lab. Ryoga introduced himself, asking to use his tools. Renya looked disgusted. Ryoga reassured the wary alchemist. "It won't be a one-sided deal," he promised. Ryoga revealed Renya's secret research. Mass-produce mid-tier health potions, right? Renya was shocked. Ryoga offered his assistance. "I'll help you finish it," he declared. Renya was utterly bewildered. Inside the lab, Renya was astonished. Ryoga had stabilized the volatile potion. "How did you do that?" Ryoga explained Renya wouldn't know yet. "This is something you won't discover for another few years." Ryoga, holding the perfected potion, offered it to Renya. "Want to give it a try?" Ryoga injected the potion into his arm. In a split second, his skin bubbled and transformed. Ryoga grinned, feeling the potion's potent effects. He held up the vial, clearly pleased. Renya was utterly astonished. "Did it really succeed?" he gasped, impressed by Ryoga's skill. Ryoga offered the vial to Renya. Renya, curious about the formula, looked intrigued. Renya eagerly accepted the vial, his eyes wide with scientific wonder. Pure excitement. Ryoga's expression darkened. "In that case," he began, proposing Renya lend him a hand. Ryoga revealed his true intention. He needed alchemy tools. He offered a partnership, promising potion recipes. He proposed a 60-40 royalty split, taking the 40 for himself. Renya looked wary, a classic move. Ryoga smirked, thinking Renya had fallen into his trap. "From now on, you're my partner." Ryoga then revealed the colossal Dragonian corpse. Renya was shocked. "What on earth is that?" Ryoga explained he was a necromancer. He planned to process it into a special corpse. Ryoga, kneeling beside the mini-Dragonian, told Renya to stop peeking and help him out. Renya protested. "Why should I? We haven't even signed a contract yet." Still hesitant. Ryoga, with a sly smile, watched Renya run. "I'm only letting you use this extra space," he claimed. His spirit companion noted Renya's caution. Ryoga understood. It was understandable given his past. Renya was a brilliant researcher whose boss stole his credit. He was forced to resign, growing distrustful. Ryoga, with a dark gaze, mused that humans were no different from the gods in their betrayal. Ryoga challenged Renya. If he doubted his skills, he should help him for a bit and see for himself. Ryoga handed Renya a tool. The process was about to begin. Ryoga instructed, "First, melt 5 F-rank mana stones at a ratio of 42%. Precise instructions." Renya finished the initial potion. Ryoga, impressed by the speed, noted it was done. Renya observed Ryoga, wondering about his plans for the colossal corpse. Ryoga smiled ominously. Ryoga used Renya's liquid as a catalyst, pouring it onto the Dragonian corpse. Pure magic. Ryoga explained his method, carving magic formulas and curses into bones to enhance the undead. Ryoga clarified the process, stating he must layer formulas and curses multiple times. Renya was busy grinding. Ryoga reiterated the continuous process. Renya, still grinding, kept at it. Renya was utterly exhausted, screaming about the endless repetition. Over and over. Ryoga calmly declared the process complete. The Dragonian corpse glowed with new energy. Ryoga was pleased it ended sooner than expected. Renya, shocked, revealed it took 3 days. Renya, exhausted and bewildered, questioned Ryoga's true identity. Who exactly is he? Renya pondered Ryoga's unusual power. A 1-star restarting a corpse's heart with pure mana. Renya acknowledged Ryoga's unconventional yet undeniably skilled methods. Defying common sense, Ryoga asked about the royalty split, 6-4, a classic negotiation tactic. Renya, after witnessing Ryoga's skill, accepted the original proposal. A new partnership. Renya confirmed his decision, highlighting Ryoga's efficiency. It would have taken him 2 years alone. Renya explained his motivation. With Ryoga, things were different. He was in if it helped his research. Ryoga looked forward to working with his exclusive servant alchemist. Renya sensed something disturbing. Ryoga, with a new alchemist, moved to his next objective. Finding an eldritch dragon's core soul. He made a call. Ryoga confirmed payment for a previous job, noting the exact transfer. He then offered another job. The scene shifted to a mysterious, lush forest location. Near the boundary, Ryoga's new companions struck a dramatic pose, ready for action. Ryoga casually arrived, asking if they called for him. Classic rookies. Ryoga told them to drop the act. He then instructed them to follow him. Zero hesitation. Yuma questioned Ryoga's decision. This monster-infested area was far too dangerous. Pure madness. Ryoga simply smiled. He just wanted to pay respects to an old acquaintance. Cryptic answer. Ryoga searched the dense foliage. Meanwhile, his companions remained on high alert. Something was amiss. Suddenly, a presence was detected. The companions braced for battle. The air grew tense. To everyone's surprise, a 2-star orc appeared. Yuma warned Ryoga, who just scoffed. Still no trust? Ryoga decided to test his new magic tool. The ghoul bone, processed, was ready for action. Perfect opportunity. With a swift motion, Ryoga activated bone control. A powerful attack was unleashed. The orc charged forward, oblivious. Ryoga's bone spear flew through the air. In a split second, the bone spear struck the orc. A direct hit. Ryoga watched, a subtle smirk playing on his lips. So that's how it is. Ryoga extended his hand, a chilling smile on his face. Unfortunate for the orc, indeed. The bone spear pierced the orc's head. A brutal strike. Ryoga noted the orc's durability. He aimed for the heart, but it was tough. Impressive, for an orc. The injured orc retaliated, biting Ryoga's arm. A desperate counterattack. The orc roared in defiance. Combat continued, fiercely. Ryoga was thrown back in an explosion. A momentary setback. Ryoga landed perfectly behind Yuma's shield. He coolly remarked, "Perfect timing." With glowing eyes, Ryoga asked, "How about 3 instead of just 1? He activated bone control again. The orc charged with full force. Pure aggression. The orc was struck down. Brutal efficiency. Yuma was shocked. A 2-star orc, down? His companions urged them on. More work awaited. Yuma questioned Ryoga's path. Was this truly the right way? Still doubtful. Ryoga stood with his new zombie orc. This person was ready. Undead rank revealed. The target was inside. A heavily guarded orc settlement. Time for a visit. Yuma reiterated his concerns. Paying respects here? Still unsure. Ryoga confirmed the target. Deep within the orc settlement. His zombie was ready. Ryoga grinned mischievously. Extra money on the side? Perfect, indeed. Yuma and Yuka exchanged nervous glances. Ryoga's plan was bold. Ryoga leveled up again. Stats increased. Another orc down. A new system message appeared. Stat absorption limit reached. No more orc stats. Ryoga mused on the limit. Infinite stats would be weird. A logical restriction. Ryoga decided hunting was over. Time to call it a day. Sunset signaled rest. His companions were already setting up camp. Well prepared, as always. Hybra proudly noted their readiness. It was their 3rd day after all. Ryoga's stats increased. Tomorrow, the settlement. Everyone understood. His companions bid farewell. Ryoga assigned watch duty. The zombie orcs stood guard. His companions slept soundly. Ryoga, alone, contemplated the night. Ryoga's level increased. Time to explore his newly unlocked knowledge. Ryoga accessed the library of knowledge. He could view the previous Lord of Death's insights. System restrictions blocked him. Level 45 required. Classic rookie mistake. Ryoga scoffed at the beginner books. He was already 9-star. Pure overkill. Despite the frustration, Ryoga decided to read. Well, he still had to. Ryoga diligently studied the texts. Hours passed. Knowledge absorbed. A new system message appeared. Ryoga acquired a new skill. Unexpectedly, a breakthrough. Morning arrived. Ryoga woke up with his zombie orc. A daily routine. Yuma was startled again. Still overreacting. Yuma noticed the zombie orc's changes. Bigger, different armor. Modified, indeed. Ryoga confirmed his modifications. The zombie orcs looked more formidable. A bit of an upgrade. System details revealed the armored zombies' traits. Bone armor and flesh writhing. Ryoga declared it was time. They headed to the orc settlement. The mission continues. They arrived at the orc settlement. A fortified village. Target acquired. An orc lookout spotted them. Enemies are here. Alarm raised. Ryoga activated bone control. He manipulated the orc's bones. Instant pain. Ryoga told the orc to stop making a fuss. Zero hesitation. A larger orc chief appeared, gritting its teeth. Pure aggression. Orc archers prepared to fire. Arrows knocked. Incoming volley. Yuma raised his shield. Arrows deflected. Protecting his allies. Yuka fired a fire arrow, targeting the archers. Direct hit. The fiery spear impaled an orc. A direct hit. Cronus approved. Not bad. Quite useful. Ryoga smirked. It's going to grow even more. Orcs charged forward. Cha-RG. Ryoga commanded his zombie orcs. Charge. A blue energy beam struck. An orc exploded. Pure devastation. Ryoga smiled. His late-night studies paid off. The orcs trembled. Completely terrified. Ryoga's gaze sharpened. This is just the beginning. The battle raged on. An armored zombie took a hit. Durability decreased. A minor setback. Ryoga extended his hand. Bone armor. Instant repair. The zombie's armor was repaired. Durability increased. Back in action. Ryoga used flesh writhing. Orcs writhed in pain. Immobilized. Yuma observed. Ryoga used zombies to stop orcs. Clever tactics. Yuma was amazed. Ryoga's skill usage was unique. A league of its own. Ryoga stepped on an orc. A casual display of power. A massive orc appeared. Its eyes glowed red. Formidable foe. The orc's eyes burned brighter. Pure rage. Berserk mode activated. A special variant emerged. Danger escalated. Ryoga smirked. Heh! Finally a real challenge. Tired of waiting. The berserk orc swung wildly. Ryoga stood unfazed. Calm before the storm. Ryoga extended his hand. Bone control. The true fight began. Ryoga manipulated bones. The battlefield transformed. His domain. Ryoga's bone control struck. Orcs impaled. Pure devastation. An orc struggled to pull out a bone. Ryoga intervened. Spirit power drained. The orc screamed. Ryoga mocked its gloom. More bone control applied. Ryoga reflected on the spirit drain. A decisive blow was needed. He activated bone control again. Spirit power plummeted to -68%. The orc was completely pinned. Ryoga stood victorious. Game over. Ryoga was exhausted. He initiated life drain. Instant recovery. Spirit power recovered to 74%. Back in business. Ryoga told the remaining orcs to run. They charged instead. Classic mistake. His eye glowed. No escape. Zero hesitation. Ryoga used writhing flesh. Orcs writhed in pain. Immobilized. The orcs were brutally dispatched. Blood splattered. Pure overkill. Ryoga and his party surveyed the scene. Magic stones everywhere. Loot time. He found a unique axe. The real jackpot. Unexpectedly, the blood axe was revealed. A rare, cursed weapon. Powerful indeed. Ryoga smiled. Taking down the orc village was definitely worth it. He handed the blood axe to Yuma. Handle the loot, he commanded. Yuma agreed to gather stones. Ryoga went to pay his respects. He found a gnarled tree. Sensed a presence. Found you, he called. Ryoga sighed, then pulled out a pipe. Waiting patiently, calm before the storm. Ryoga, with a dangerous grin, held his pipe. If that's how you want to play it, dash, he declared. Pure menace. In a split second, an attack struck. Then, a shadowy figure emerged, transforming into a monstrous form. Unexpectedly, the shadowy entity questioned its own aggression. Ryoga, unfazed, simply asked, "Who are you?" Zero hesitation. Ryoga offered a polite if chilling greeting. "Glad to meet you," he said, a smirk playing on his lips. Ryoga revealed the entity's true name. Magic fighter Kashiwagi Saraku, he stated. A shocking revelation. Kashiwagi, taken aback, demanded to know. "How do you know my name?" Utter surprise. Ryoga explained Kashiwagi's heroic past. He was the hero who held the line 35 years ago. After all, a memorial monument stood, honoring warriors. Kashiwagi Saraku, a magic fighter, was a powerhouse. Unforgettable. Kashiwagi reflected on his sacrifice. "So I didn't die for nothing," he mused. A sense of peace. Ryoga delivered a harsh truth. "Well, not everyone's name made the history books," he stated. A cruel twist of fate. Kashiwagi's form crackled with agitation. "What are you getting at?" he demanded. Impatience grew. Ryoga brought up a name from the past. "Do you remember Hakugo Naruhito?" he asked. A fiery memory. Flashback. Hakugo desperately called for backup. Civilians were trapped in the southern farming district. Urgent plea. Flashback. Hakugo fought valiantly, but backup was denied. We can't provide support, the radio crackled. Pure despair. Flashback. Hakugo realized the betrayal. They were bait. The voice confirmed it. Cold, calculated move. Flashback. Hakugo raged at the gamble. They were sent to die, knowing they wouldn't abandon civilians. A heartless scheme. Flashback. The radio voice explained the outcome. Erigiri became heroes. Glory to the survivors. A bitter truth. Flashback. The radio shattered. You survive, you're a hero. You die, and that's the end of the story. Brutal honesty. Flashback. Hakugo screamed in anguish. A monster lunged. Desperate struggle. Flashback. Kashiwagi Saraku, in human form, unleashed a powerful magical attack. A hero's intervention. Kashiwagi, in human form, shouted orders. Get the civilians out of here. Now. Pure urgency. One of the soldiers hesitated. But, he protested. Kashiwagi's eyes glowed. Move. That's an order. No room for debate. Ryoga continued his revelation. The same Hakugo who sent you to your death became a hero. A bitter irony. And every record of you was wiped clean. Ryoga added. Utter erasure. It's a tragedy, Ryoga mused. Someone else took all the credit. A cruel twist of fate. You can't rest in peace, can you? Ryoga's eyes glowed red. If it were me, I'd definitely come back for some payback. A chilling proposal. Kashiwagi demanded. Enough talk. Get to the point. Ryoga offered. I'll help you get your revenge. Tempting deal. Ryoga gestured to a large body. I've even prepared a vessel for your soul. A grand reveal. Kashiwagi's shadowy form paused. I hadn't even considered revenge in this state. A new perspective. But, I have one condition, Kashiwagi stated. You can use me however you see fit. A surprising offer. But I will absolutely refuse to do anything that harms the innocent. Kashiwagi declared. A hero's code. Ryoga smirked. He gave me the exact same condition before I regressed. A familiar promise. His heart hasn't changed even now. Ryoga looked up at Kashiwagi. As expected of a hero. He acknowledged. Ryoga smiled. Understood. I promise. A deal sealed. Kashiwagi's form solidified. Very well. Then I'll become your undead. A new allegiance. A system message appeared. You have acquired ownership of the earthbound spirit, Sora Kashiwagi. A new minion. Ryoga reflected on the past. He had evolved Kashiwagi into a Hell Knight. What if I had given him a strong body from the start? Kashiwagi's new form emerged. This is a masterpiece, Ryoga declared. Pure satisfaction. Kashiwagi, in his new form, questioned Ryoga. You strengthened this corpse, didn't you? His stats appeared. An eldritch dragon. Ryoga was stunned. This is incredible, he exclaimed. This is a trait he didn't have when I put him in the Skeleton Knight. A system window detailed the Magic Fighter innate trait. To think the Magic Fighter trait would carry over. Ryoga mused. Ryoga looked at the transformed Kashiwagi. How does the body feel? He asked. Kashiwagi, now an eldritch dragon, flexed. Not bad. Inferior to when I was alive, though, he admitted. Ryoga pondered. Is it incomplete because I only imitated the concept of an eldritch dragon using a curse formula? Ryoga smirked. Still, it's a much better start than last time, he declared. This is more than enough. Ryoga turned to Kashiwagi. Let's go, he commanded. Ryoga added, Minion. Kashiwagi flinched. Ryoga questioned. Kashiwagi looked at Ryoga. What's wrong? Ryoga asked. I'm not so sure about being called a minion, Kashiwagi replied. Ryoga raised an eyebrow. Should I call you by your real name then? He asked. I threw away my old name, Kashiwagi stated. Ryoga sighed. You're such a pain, he muttered. He used to be a guy of few words. Did his personality change? Kashiwagi mused. A name that intimidates enemies just by hearing it would be good. But, he added, I can't really think of a good one. Ryoga suggested. How about Fafnir? It's a dragon from Norse mythology. Kashiwagi rejected. Not really feeling it. Ryoga tried. Black dragon. Kashiwagi countered. It's too cliché. Ryoga offered. Tiamat. Kashiwagi dismissed. That's way too exaggerated. Ryoga, annoyed, suggested. Then just go with Orochi. Kashiwagi immediately rejected. Rejected. Ryoga thought. This guy. Should I punch him? Kashiwagi reconsidered. Humph, he said. Actually, the first one is fine, he declared. Fafnir. Ryoga sighed in relief. Got it. Let's go, Fafnir, he said. I'm suddenly exhausted. Fafnir suddenly yelled. Wait, wait. He looked down. I'm practically but naked like this? Fafnir looked around, embarrassed. Ryoga tossed him something. Fafnir wrapped the cloth around his waist. Phew, this is a bit better, he said. Fafnir, now wearing a loincloth, turned to Ryoga. Now let's go, he declared. 1. Ryoga looked at Renya, utterly bewildered. Was this guy actually always like this? He wondered. 1. Suddenly, Ryoga looked up at the night sky. Eh? He exclaimed. What is this? 1. Renya, looking ecstatic, clasped his hands together. The corpse soaking in the solution is moving? He gasped. 1. Ryoga explained. I acquired a soul from the boundary that fits the corpse. 2. Renya was utterly amazed. Amazing. So amazing, he cried. 3. Renya added. I want to study it. 1. Ryoga glared at Renya. He's creeping me out. Can I punch him? He thought. 2. Fafnir replied. No, he's a partner, you know? 1. Ryoga turned to Renya. Chinen-san, he began. 1. Ryoga continued. We're going to head back to Tokyo for a bit to sort out our items. 2. Renya nodded. Ah, got it, he replied. 1. Ryoga, with a determined expression, began to manipulate the orc corpse with his necromancy. 1. Ryoga crouched beside the orc chief's corpse. Let's see here, he mused. 2. Ryoga added. What should I make with the orc chief's corpse? 3. Renya looked on, surprised. 1. Renya, intrigued, asked, What are you making next? 1. Ryoga smirked at Renya. Are you curious? He asked. 2. Renya frantically waved his hands. And no, not at all. Absolutely not, he insisted. 1. Renya recalled a past incident. I thought my arm was going to fall off from mixing those herbs, he exclaimed. 2. Renya sighed. But I just can't suppress my curiosity. 1. Renya thought. Even so, this person always manages to exceed my expectations. 2. Renya concluded. There's no way I wouldn't be curious. 1. Ryoga began the process. Flesh separation, he declared as green energy stripped the flesh from the orc. 1. A spirit appeared, asking, Oh ho, are you planning to make an undead? 2. Ryoga smirked. You can never have too much fighting power. 1. A system notification appeared. The skeleton's completion rate is high. 2. Another notification followed. All stats increase by 100%. 1. Renya approached Ryoga, offering a vial. The extract, he said. 2. Ryoga looked at it. Yes, he replied. 1. Ryoga poured the extract onto the skeleton. 2. A system message read. The stable quality will influence the skeleton's creation. 3. Another message appeared. The skeleton's traits have specialized in defense. 1. Ryoga smiled. Heh, looks like I can use this as a bodyguard, he mused. 1. The newly formed skeleton guard stood ready. 2. A system window displayed. Skeleton guard. Race, undead. Grade. Ryoga commanded his new skeleton guard. From now on, guard me well whenever I use life drain. Got it. Ryoga praised his new minion. Good. Excellent work. Renya, intrigued, asked, Why a skeleton this time? Ryoga explained. Bones have huge advantages. Ryoga added. They don't rot and I can work them as I please. He needed a bodyguard for life drain. Renya was utterly impressed. To think he factored in its maintenance. He mused. No wonder my interest never runs dry. Ryoga turned to Renya. Shintani-san. I have to step out for an errand. He asked. Please keep an eye on him. Renya, surprised, asked. Where are you going at this hour? Ryoga replied. The Pantheon. My level went up. Renya gasped. A holy spell? He demanded. Hold on a second. What does that mean? Renya, utterly bewildered, asked. Were you a priest? Ryoga calmly stated. I'm actually a pretty devout believer. Renya threw his hands up in disbelief. No way, absolutely not. That's impossible. Even if the world turned upside down. Ryoga changed the subject. Have you finished registering the patent for the intermediate healing potion? Renya confirmed. Yeah, we should be able to undergo the review process soon. Ryoga praised. You work fast. Renya sighed. The only problem is advertising. He added. The exhibition isn't until next year. Ryoga offered. In that case, give me a few of those potions. He smirked. I'll advertise them for you. Renya handed Ryoga a vial. Please do. Ryoga smirked. If this succeeds, we're going to make an absolute fortune. He concluded. Money really does make the world go round. Renya looked at Ryoga, still pondering. Is he really a priest? He wondered. Meanwhile, the Pantheon, a towering structure, suddenly appeared after the Great Cataclysm. Most visitors gathered there to receive divine spells and blessings. Ryoga observed, "What a worldly place." Ryoga observed the Pantheon, a worldly place where constellations demanded offerings from their followers. Pure greed, he thought. Yet, he sensed no divine presence from the relics. Why would anyone just leave something valuable lying on the ground? Damn it, he grumbled. Are there seriously no escalators or elevators here? Classic inconvenience. Were they trying to say he needed to show devotion to meet their great gods? We still have a long way to go, he sighed. That's pretty harsh, he muttered. He didn't think he'd get struck by lightning for complaining a little, right? How much further? Cronus asked. Just a little more, Ryoga replied. They should be there if they climbed the same amount. That means we're only halfway there, Ryoga realized. You could say that, Cronus confirmed. If he went through all this trouble and got nothing out of it, there was going to be hell to pay. Zero patience. Ryoga continued his ascent, step by arduous step, until he finally reached the Grand Hall. System messages flashed, revealing constellations like the Wealthy One, openly showing disgust. The one who veils death was suspicious. Lord of Abydos expressed displeasure. Kuhahaha, this is hilarious. Cronus cackled. Could you keep quiet for a second? Ryoga snapped. Well then, I suppose it's my turn next, Cronus declared, transforming into his imposing form. With a powerful surge, Cronus unleashed his divine energy, a brilliant light filling the chamber. The system confirmed Giant of the Defiant Heavens was registered. Ryoga acquired Unholy Blessing and Wedge of Retribution. New powers, nice. How's that? I have bestowed this upon you. Cronus boomed. This is pretty good, Ryoga admitted. Kuhahaha, this is my greatness. Cronus roared, basking in his own glory. Pure ego. Another message appeared. Giant of the Defiant Heavens lacks the divinity of a constellation. Oh, the irony. To continue shining, he needed more achievements and praise. His starlight was too weak. What kind of garbage system is this? Ryoga scoffed. Even so, it didn't change the fact that he'd gotten stronger. A win's a win. Ryoga exited the Pantheon, back into the bustling city. Hey, why the hell are you coming out of the Pantheon? A voice called out. Satake Shigeru, a muscular man, greeted Ryoga with a wide smile. It's been a while, he said. Ryoga, looking confused, stared at the man. Who are you? He asked, clearly not recognizing him. Satake's smile widened. I took care of you at the orphanage, didn't I? He reminded Ryoga. It's me, Satake. Remember now. Ryoga's expression darkened. Ah, that piece of trash who was always extorting people, he scoffed. Don't talk to me like we're friends. A flashback showed a younger Satake grabbing Ryoga. Hey, you little shit, you snitched on me to the director, didn't you? He yelled. Young Ryoga, with a determined look, punched Satake in the face. Zero hesitation. Back in the present, Ryoga smirked at Satake. Has your nose healed from when I busted it? He taunted. Satake glared and raged. You little. Satake quickly composed himself, rubbing his head. Whoops, losing my cool there, he muttered, trying to regain his composure. Ryoga held up a shining emblem. You recognize this, right? He asked, a subtle challenge in his voice. The emblem was revealed to be the symbol of a guild. I joined the Arajiri Guild, Ryoga declared, a hint of pride. Satake looked down at Ryoga, a smug expression on his face. If you're going to the Pantheon, that means you're some bottom-feeding hunter, right? He sneered. Don't think things will go the same as before. Ryoga simply stared back, unimpressed. Looks to me like nothing's changed, he retorted, his voice calm. Satake's face contorted in anger. Why you? He snarled, clenching his fist. Don't get cocky with me. Satake lunged forward, his fist ready to strike. Pure aggression. Suddenly, a hand grabbed Satake's wrist. Stop it. We're in the middle of the city. Rago Jamin, Arajiri Guild's 7th Attack Squad captain, intervened. Satake, frustrated, looked at Jamin. Jamin, but this guy was... He protested, unable to finish. Jamin smirked, looking between them. Then, how about we change locations and have an official match? He proposed, a sly suggestion. Jamin thought to himself, observing Ryoga. He picked a fight even knowing we're from Arajiri? What a cheeky brat. Satake looked at Jamin, confused. Ha! With this guy? He questioned. Jamin replied. Yeah, you know each other, don't you? Then why don't you let your fists do the talking? Satake laughed nervously. No, you've got to be joking, right? This guy just recently became a hunter. Ryoga, with a dark expression, accepted. Fine, let's do it. Satake looked utterly bewildered. Huh? He questioned. caught off guard by Ryoga's acceptance. Ryoga, with a chilling smirk, leaned in. What's wrong? Are you scared? He taunted, pure provocation. Satake's face twisted in pure rage. You can't take back what you just said, you bastard, he roared. Meanwhile, the scene shifted to the imposing Erigiri Guild-affiliated gymnasium. Inside, Ryoga stood beside the massive Kashiwagi. I'm a priest, so you'll be fighting my proxy, he calmly stated. Satake, now armed with a spear, grinned. Hey, looks like you scored a pretty good ability. Is that a summoned beast? His smile vanished, replaced by a dark sneer. Well, not that it'll do you any good, Satake scoffed. The system activated, its digital voice echoing. The system has activated, measuring the defense and HP of the hunters within the area. Ryoga watched as the system continued. A barrier will automatically deploy if there is any danger to life. Match start. Satake laughed, brimming with arrogance. Haha, what's wrong? You look like you're about to piss yourself. Ryoga calmly touched his ear. What the hell is he talking about? He wondered, communicating with Kashiwagi. Kashiwagi's massive feet stood firm. To think I'd run into Erigiri Guild like this, he mused. He flexed his powerful physique. Let's see. Might as well test out this body's condition, Kashiwagi decided. Kashiwagi looked at Ryoga, resolute. Since the opponent is from Erigiri, I don't need to hold back. Ryoga gave a specific instruction. Don't end it in one hit, okay? There's something I want to test. Kashiwagi grinned, a challenging glint in his eyes. Holding back is the hard part, he declared. Satake charged, spear thrust forward, screaming. Chinen, I'm gonna put you in your place right here, right now. He lunged with full force, spear leading the attack. Pure aggression. In a split second, Kashiwagi blocked the spear with a powerful kick. Sparks flew. Text flashed. Kairag Spearmanship. Chapter 3. Reflexive Movement. Kashiwagi's defense was flawless. Kashiwagi, in a blur of motion, effortlessly blocked Satake's charging spear. Pure defense. Text flashed. Kairag Spearmanship. Chapter 2. Point Break. The real fight began. Ryoga observed Kashiwagi's improved reactions. This is going to end faster than I thought, he mused. Satake, oblivious, scoffed at the slow attack. In a split second, Kashiwagi dodged, then delivered a powerful counterpunch. Satake was utterly bewildered. Satake stood frozen, unable to move. And my body won't move, he gasped, pure shock. Kashiwagi lectured him. How pathetic. Attacking without even considering your next move. Classic rookie mistake. In a real fight you'd be dead already, Kashiwagi declared, no mercy. Unexpectedly, Kashiwagi's eyes widened. Whoops, I was supposed to go easy on him. Right after that, Kashiwagi landed another devastating punch. Satake went flying. Satake screamed in agony, the impact radiating. Pure pain. Ryoga watched, recalling Satake's past bawling. He bawled like a baby when I broke his nose back then. Ryoga smirked. But now he just screams for a second. He's grown up. Progress, apparently. Satake, fueled by rage, screamed at Ryoga. You bastard! Zero hesitation. Satake charged again, but Kashiwagi effortlessly deflected his predictable attacks. Same old moves. Kashiwagi warned him. If you keep using the same move, your opponent will see right through it. Obvious. Kashiwagi delivered another brutal blow, shattering Satake's arm. Overkill. Satake let out a guttural scream. Gah! Pure agony. Kashiwagi looked down. It's over. The fight concluded. Satake, defeated and crying, mumbled. I'm finished. Pathetic end. Out of nowhere, Ryoga's voice boomed. Stop! Match intervention. Ryoga smirked, noting the swift intervention. That was a faster intervention than I expected. Match ended. Satake groaned in pain. Rago helped him, offering to call a priest immediately. Ryoga appeared, interrupting Rago. Why bother? There's already a priest here. Rago questioned Ryoga. Don't you know 1-star healing can't fix a broken bone? Ryoga had common sense. Rago, frustrated, demanded. Then how exactly do you plan on fixing it? Ryoga held up a potion. By using a mid-tier potion. Rago gasped at the potion's cost. Satake blamed Ryoga. Ryoga scoffed. You clearly haven't heard the news. Satake was outraged. What? I haven't heard a damn thing about that. He refused charity. Ryoga insisted. Hey, I'm trying to help you out here, so just take it. He wondered how to market this. Ryoga grinned maniacally, pouring the potion. To think I'd find the perfect test subject in a place like this. His luck was insane. The potion instantly healed Satake's arm. Rago was shocked. Unbelievable. It's completely healed. Even the bone fused. Rago stared, eyes wide. I want this potion. Pure desire. Ryoga smirked. He's hooked. Rago demanded. Mass-produced mid-tier potions. Where the hell did you get this? Ryoga asked if Rago was a 3-star captain. Rago confirmed. Yeah. So what? Ryoga proposed. Then duel me. The source of the potion was the prize. Rago smirked. So you're still not satisfied? He considered the terms. Rago accepted. The last match was way too short. He wanted to go all out this time. Match start. Kashiwagi, the Dragonian, launched Z for swordsmanship. 5th style. Sharp attack. Kashiwagi blocked Rago's thrust. It's impressive that he could react to Satake's thrust, Ryoga observed. Kashiwagi continued his assault. But even so, there's a limit to what that massive body can do. Kashiwagi was taking continuous damage. His defense efficiency was decreasing. Pure overkill. Kashiwagi took a hit. His massive body was feeling the impact. Ryoga smirked. Just as I thought. Kashiwagi's infighter physique was a bad matchup for high-speed combat. Ryoga used the potion as bait. Kashiwagi knew Fafnir would feel it if he couldn't handle an enemy. He needed to adapt. Ryoga smiled. A fine attitude, as expected of my right hand. Ryoga couldn't just sit back and watch. He prepared to cast Unholy Blessing. Ryoga couldn't just stand by. He began casting his spell. Kashiwagi was enveloped in the Unholy Blessing. Unholy Blessing buffed undead and debuffed non-undead. Fafnir's stats increased by 20%. Ryoga was shocked. Ryoga smirked. Then next up is... The opponent felt his body grow heavier. My body feels heavier. All stats decreased by 10% due to Unholy Blessing. A buff for allies, a debuff for enemies. The opponent stared. Is this really just a 1-star? Ryoga asked the constellation. How is it? The new power I have granted you. Not bad for a bottom tier. The constellation screamed. Who are you calling bottom tier? Ryoga calmly told it to keep quiet. Ryoga smirked. Then next. Wedge of Retribution generated points from damage. Releasing it dealt equivalent damage. It was Unholy Blessing X Wedge of Retribution. Ryoga grinned. Go wild. Kashiwagi was ready. Now that's the best kind of order. Kashiwagi took the brunt. The 3 stars unleashed their might. Retribution acquired. Jamin scoffed. Adapting to stat drops was child's play. But something was off. A 1-star summon tanking 3-star attacks. Unbelievable. Defense dropping yet retribution acquired. Forget speed. This undead body felt no pain. Damage wouldn't hinder him. Don't dodge. Tank the hits. Force close combat. Zero hesitation. Kashiwagi unleashed his 10-hit combo. Pure martial arts mastery. One attacker flew back. Powerful blow landed. Gwa. Jamin was down. HP minus 52%. No way this was a 1-star summon. Another hit like that, he'd lose. Unthinkable. Don't screw with him. A 3-star couldn't lose to trash. Unacceptable. He still had speed. Summoners were weak. Classic rookie mistake. Just close the distance. That was the plan. Zero hesitation. Now, Z for sword style piercing attack. A decisive strike. Ryoga watched the attack. Calm and collected. Unfazed. Figured you'd try that. Ryoga deflected. Too predictable. Wedge of Retribution released. A shockwave erupted. Gah! Jamin Rago's HP hit 0. Match over. Utter defeat. Meanwhile, at the Aragiri Guild. A towering structure. Inside, Hakugo Naruhito's nameplate. Powerful figure. Mass-produce mid-grade potions? Hakugo was surprised. A game-changer. The subordinate confirmed the potion's potency. Correct. Hakugo Naruhito questioned further. Verification was key. Instant healing. Mid-grade potion efficacy. Unbelievable. Captain Jamin apologized profusely. Deeply sorry. Jamin took responsibility. Hakugo scoffed. Reputation tarnished? A 1-star hunter. The Aragiri name. Unacceptable. Hakugo raged. A 3-star loss meant nothing. Jamin apologized again. Enough. Jamin was dismissed. Jamin demoted. Potion source. Track it. Understood. Furthermore, Hakugo pondered. A 1-star summon. Defeating a 3-star. Impossible. A priest? Divine beast class summon? Suspicious. Chinen. Investigate him. Right away. Word spread. Aragiri's reaction. Ryoga anticipated. Hey. Kashiwagi approached. What's wrong? Spearmanship skill book? Kashiwagi complained. Magic fighter. Close combat. Ryoga wanted to learn. What a pain. Spearmanship. Suddenly, things go south. Target the weakest link. Time to train. Weaker than his arm? Kashiwagi mocked. Bulk up. Ryoga's hand moved. On its own. What was happening? Kashiwagi was approaching. Kashiwagi handed over the book. Spearmanship, he declared. Ryoga, a fast learner. Pure efficiency. Commit this to memory, Kashiwagi urged. Another skill. Master's orders. Verdian-style spearmanship. A basic skill book. Even a child could master it. Death Spiral next. Death Spiral, a British spear saint's skill. Based on Verdian. Powerful lineage. Years to perfect? Not for a regressor. Ryoga smirked. He'd take it now. Skill book activated. Verdian-style spearmanship. Outline installed. Instant mastery. 6 forms. Mastered instantly. Skill books were truly the best. Straightforward enough. Kashiwagi boasted. He excelled at teaching. The spear thrust confirmed it. Martial arts. Learned by experience. Kashiwagi's lesson. Brutal training. Practical training. Kashiwagi asked. No time for hesitation. A good dodge. Kashiwagi acknowledged. But not good enough. Just dodging? Kashiwagi chided. Never master the spear that way. Too much for a beginner. Ryoga thought. Dodging was natural. Grudge? Kashiwagi teased. Purely educational, Ryoga insisted. Actual combat. Intent to kill. Begging? Kashiwagi challenged. Never. Let's continue, Kashiwagi declared. Full speed ahead. Bring it on. Ryoga accepted. No fear. Verdian spearmanship. 3rd form activated. Rotational defense. Alright. Ryoga blocked. The impact resonated. Ryoga blocked. Perfectly. Next, the counterattack. Ryoga struck. Powerful blow. Kashiwagi, unfazed. Ryoga shocked. Ryoga clutched his chest. The impact stung. Master, Kashiwagi lectured. First strike, not the end. Guard down, never. Blocked it perfectly. Ryoga wondered. So why? First strike, stopped. Kashiwagi explained. Second one, too. Right? I did it right. Ryoga pouted. Just stronger, aren't you? Kashiwagi adjusted. Yeah, I get it. Ryoga declared. All out now. No more. Life drain activated. Ryoga's body enhanced. Absorbed energy. Flowing. Verdian spearmanship. 4th form. Hilt strike. Ryoga lunged. Ryoga connected. A solid hit. The force resonated. Alright. Ryoga thought. No second strike. Counterattack next. Wrong. WH. Ryoga lay stunned. Confusion. Just now, Kashiwagi stated. Second strike only. First one, failed. He's right. Ryoga realized. Life drain active. Alright, once more. Get it right. Kashiwagi challenged. This time, will you? Ryoga charged. A determined yell. Full speed. Meanwhile, at the restaurant, Chinnen's face. What happened? Ryoga. Bruised. A black eye. He looked away. A lot happened. Ryoga sighed. I see. Chinnen nodded. But to fight against me to the end without fainting. That's quite impressive. Training you is quite fun, master. I ended up putting too much strength into it. It's not like he enjoyed it because he got to legally beat me up, right? I won't deny it. Resting inside the ring. Let me know whenever you want to quit. I wouldn't have started if I was going to quit right away. I can enhance my physical abilities with life drain, but it'd be a waste to just rely on simple enhancement. With increased stats and martial arts under my belt, I can become stronger than I was before the regression. Chinnen, you're scaring me. Oh yeah, thanks for the deposit. 15 million in 3 days is absolutely amazing. Thank you as well. Please call on us again if you ever have the chance. By the way, is there any recent news regarding hunters? Our Hybra has been patrolling HunterNet, and what we often hear is the Kamakura mysterious death incident, the Kagoshima gate, and the hunter serial murders. Looks like there aren't any incidents that'll make me stronger quickly. Since I roughly remember the major incidents that happened before the regression, I was hoping there'd be something in the minor ones, but other than that, there's the Forgotten Temple gate in Wakayama. Forgotten Temple? That place hasn't been cleared yet? Horizon Guild hasn't been able to clear it for almost a year, and they say a break is imminent. Static gate. It's fine as long as you thin out the periodically spawning monsters. Fluid gate. A break occurs when mana density exceeds 100%. Or if a clear fails before 100%. Monsters spawn into the real world. A fluid gate. Huh? Since the gate has entered a critical state, Horizon Guild has lifted the entry restrictions. So even regular hunters can enter now. Did you hear any talk about major guilds participating? The country's 2nd-ranked Phoenix Guild and the 3rd-ranked Daybreak Guild are apparently showing interest. Before the regression, the Phoenix Guild obtained an epic-grade artifact. Dragon Scale Armor. And Forgotten Temple was the exact place it dropped. Ryoga's mind reeled. The Forgotten Temple was still uncleared? Learning spearmanship and getting Dragon Scale Armor? The best outcome. He's clearly plotting something again. Contact the others. Tell them to meet us tomorrow. We're setting up tents too. Understood. The Forgotten Temple gate pulsed with an ominous blue light. The system confirmed. Forgotten Temple. Fluid type, 1 star to 2 star. Mana density 93%. Whoa, that's a massive turnout. Hunters are gathering from all over since restrictions lifted. So, the restrictions are truly lifted, huh? Chinin, should we pitch a tent too? No, we'll be inside the gate. We only brought 5 days rations. Is that enough for a gate Horizon failed to clear? I'll finish it in 5 days. Not a problem. Pure overconfidence. Chinin, check that out. It's Phoenix's next sword saint, Asaka Mirai. That's right, Asaka found the method to clear the gate and get the dragon scale armor. Before regression, she was praised, but lost everything in a gate raid. A tragic genius. Chinin, look over there too. What is it? It looks like Gouda Gaishin is participating from daybreak. Gouda Gaishin, Iron Fist, a representative powerhouse of Japan. All the future celebrities are gathered in one place. How convenient. Will we really be able to clear it before they do? Don't worry about them. We just need to do things our own way. The Forgotten Temple, and the dragon scale armor. I'll absolutely be the one to clear it and get my hands on it. Let's go. Chinin, please wait. Ryoga dashes into the portal, leaving his companions scrambling to catch up. They arrived. The system confirmed their entry into the desolate, ruined Forgotten Temple. Come forth. Ryoga summons Fafnir, his eldritch dragon, noting his ability to turn bound spirits into undead. I'm only saying this now, but they were so weak I was actually shocked when I saw them at the workshop earlier. You aren't planning to turn us into undead too, are you? Don't think I'll turn just anyone into an undead. Ryoga, with a menacing glare, dismisses their concerns. You guys are too weak. A zombie is the best you could hope for. He then bluntly tells them they're useless. Stop worrying over nothing and... Ryoga starts to tell them to stop worrying, but is interrupted. Oh? Master, the terrain is changing. Is this going to be alright? The temple's terrain dramatically shifts, alarming his companions. See, that's right. The entry requirement here is only up to 2 star, but that's the reason the actual clear difficulty is 3 star. Once a day, the internal structure changes, and the environment and monsters completely shift. The companion further elaborates on the temple's mechanics. So its characteristics haven't changed from before the regression either. Ryoga calmly acknowledges the familiar challenge. Fafnir, I'll leave the vanguard to you. Ryoga assigns Fafnir to lead, empowering him with unholy blessing and wedge of retribution. Protecting my weak master is also the duty of your right-hand man. Don't worry. Prove you're not just all talk, then. Fafnir confidently accepts. There's something up ahead. Fafnir, now in the lead, senses an enemy approaching. Out of nowhere, a grotesque fallen cultist emerges, its presence radiating dark energy. Those are fallen cultists. Ryoga identifies the approaching enemies with a stern expression. In a split second, the fallen cultist lunges forward, attacking with fierce intent. Pure aggression. Chinin, fallen cultists are pretty formidable enemies. We should back you up. Fafnir meets the cultist's attack head-on. Fafnir effortlessly blocks the cultist's clawed attack with his bare hand. Zero hesitation. Fafnir's powerful punch sends the cultist flying. Pure overkill. The sheer force of Fafnir's blow creates a devastating shockwave. Zero hesitation. To everyone's surprise, Yuma reacts with a stunned "who" at the display of power. Fafnir stands over the defeated cultist, a smug grin on his face. Too easy. Ryoga reminds Fafnir not to crush their heads, as he needs them for undead. Fafnir understands. Meanwhile, more grotesque fallen cultists charge relentlessly towards them. Fafnir notes they just keep on coming. Ryoga decides, I'll join in this time, activating his Staff of Grudges. Ryoga prepares his spell, mana consumption reduced by 12%. Dark energy swirls. He unleashes Bone Control, targeting the charging cultists. The cultists' bones twist and contort, slowing them down. Unexpectedly effective. Ryoga explains fallen cultists have low elemental resistance, making them vulnerable to dark and holy attributes. For that exact reason, the cultists' attack speed is reduced. As they struggle, Fafnir notices the enemy's attack speed dropped. His own stats simultaneously increased by 100%. Thanks to sparring with Aragiri, Fafnir is getting used to charging into enemy lines as the vanguard. Fafnir, now a blur, punches through multiple cultists, annihilating them. Pure aggression. Fafnir stands victorious over the fallen. Ryoga realizes, whoops, I forgot about life drain. Kashiwagi playfully teases Ryoga. You wouldn't have been able to use life drain if I wasn't here. He then demands, don't you have a thank you, or some words of gratitude for me? Ryoga, visibly annoyed, sighs. Tio think the time would come when I'd miss the quiet Kashiwagi. At that exact moment, Ryoga levels up to LV.20. New knowledge is etched into your soul. Ryoga displays his necromancer skills. Dark Wise and Dark Rain. He notes these are perfect for the Forgotten Temple battle. Then, he commands, answer my call. Pure summoning power. Occultist's body contorts, glowing with dark green energy. Reanimation in progress. Unsettling transformation. 2 armored zombies emerge, fully reanimated. Their completion rate is high. All stats increased by 100%. Undead upgrade. Yuma asks if cultists make stronger zombies. Ryoga explains the materials are important, but the spells matter more. Craftsmanship over raw power. Yuma, confused, asks, come again. Ryoga clarifies there isn't a huge difference in stats. More importantly, Ryoga announces they're picking up the exploration pace. This temple goes much deeper. Yuma responds, yes, SIR. The party charges into battle. Fafnir punches a cultist, while Yuma blocks another. Combat initiation. Ryoga's undead army charges forward. A wave of green glowing zombies. Relentless assault. Ryoga looks frustrated by the endless enemies. He exclaims, damn it, there's no end to them. Classic dungeon grind. Yuma notices the structure changing. He urges them to quickly reach the room. Time crunch. Ryoga stops, saying, wait. He thinks, if my memory serves me right. Flashback incoming. Flashback. A reporter interviews Hunter Asaka. She's the first to clear the Forgotten Temple. Media spotlight. The reporter asks Asaka to share her clearing method. How to beat the gate. Curious minds. Asaka explains normal gates are simple. Defeat the boss. But the Forgotten Temple needs a special method. Unique challenge. Asaka reveals 3 monster types appear. Defeat them, and they drop 3 tokens. Collectibles. Asaka continues. If you collect 49 of those tokens, and place them on a specific pillar, puzzle pieces. Asaka concludes. You can reach the room where the boss monster is. Ryoga sees an eye pattern. That thing is coming next. Foreshadowing. The temple transforms, swirling with red energy. A massive red eye appears. Boss room activated. The demon eye monster is fully revealed. A giant tentacled eyeball. Pure nightmare fuel. Ryoga confirms. A demon eye appeared. Just like the pattern on the pillar. Prophecy fulfilled. The demon eye charges. Its red energy beam ready to strike. Pure destructive power. Ryoga, with glowing eyes, reveals he's already figured out the boss's attack patterns. Strategic genius. His bone shields instantly materialize, blocking the demon eye's devastating laser. Zero hesitation. The shields take the full brunt of the attack, showing cracks but holding firm. Tougher than they look. Ryoga explains his bone shields are virtually unbreakable, thanks to bone control and Shintani's spell. Undead craftsmanship. The demon eye charges another laser, but Ryoga's eyes glow, ready for anything. Anticipation builds. The laser fires, but Fafnir, without a word, steps directly in its path. Ultimate tanking. Fafnir calmly instructs Ryoga to stay hidden behind him. I'll block everything. Reliable guardian. The powerful red beam slams into Fafnir, who braces for impact. Unflinching defense. Fafnir withstands the full force of the laser, completely unharmed. Impressive durability. Fafnir checks himself, surprised he doesn't have a single scratch. Built like a fortress. Ryoga confirms his creation strength. A 2-star attack won't even melt Fafnir's scales. Worth the trouble. Fafnir acknowledges his own formidable resilience. Yeah, it seems so. Self-assured. Ryoga smirks, declaring he has absolutely nothing to fear now. Pure confidence. Fafnir charges forward. A blur of motion, ready to counterattack. Time for offense. In a split second, Fafnir smashes the demon eye with a powerful, shattering punch. Boss eliminated. His companion asks if he'll turn this one into an undead, too. Ryoga says no. Strategic choice. Ryoga explains the eye is a token needed to clear the gate. A gross but vital key. The party steps through a portal, clearing the Forgotten Temple. Another gate conquered. Out of nowhere, a new masked creature appears, small and unsettling. What fresh hell is this? The masked creature gives one companion the creeps. His female friend looks terrified. Ryoga identifies the unsettling creature as a masked mimic. It immediately unleashes a curse of decay. The dark, wispy curse spreads around Fafnir. Pure ominous energy. Fafnir questions the curse's nature. A system message confirms his stats are decreased. The masked mimic looks smug. Ryoga considers using Unholy Blessing. He realizes curses share the same dark attribute as spiritual power. Ryoga deduces curses are dark attribute attacks. He believes spiritual power can suppress them. Fafnir breaks the curse on his own. Ryoga explains undead spiritual power is the highest dark magic tier. Can absorb most curses. Ryoga marvels at Fafnir's incredible talent. Pure instinctual genius. The masked mimic unleashes another curse of decay. Relentless attacker. Ryoga decides to test something new. He touches Fafnir, activating a glowing green energy. Unholy blessing is used. Fafnir realizes his master's blessing connected to the curse. Ryoga confirms he's reversing holy power through the curse. Back at the sender. The masked mimic is visibly affected. Ryoga explains holy attributes are effective against dark. Ryoga declares the test over. He summons sharp, green energy blades. The green energy blades strike the masked mimic. Swift justice. The masked mimic is defeated, falling to the ground. Ryoga stands victorious. Ryoga picks up the mask, mocking its terrible taste. Asaka appears, explaining it's a key. Asaka explains collecting 49 tokens, horns, eyes, masks, unlocks the temple's secrets. These tokens access the boss room. The tricky part, don't destroy them. Ryoga finds this condition troublesome. Asaka agrees, explaining its year-long uncleared status. Ryoga pondered Asaka's mysterious knowledge. His condition was a secret. A companion reported Phoenix Guild activity. They were fighting nearby. Ryoga smirked, saying, "Speak of the devil." A battle raged below. Asaka Mirai engaged a shadow creature. Her sword flashed. A small creature questioned the aura. Ryoga identified the Gale Sword. Ryoga acknowledged Asaka's skill. His party picked up the pace. Asaka's party moved forward. Relentless march. Asaka's companion asked about Ryoga's team. Undead summon, zero hesitation. He doubted their mystery solving. Reckless monster killing, probably. Ryoga walked alone. A silent, determined stride. Ryoga used a skill. Asaka sensed his knowledge. No hesitation. Both Ryoga and Asaka felt it. They would meet again. The scene shifted. A ruined landscape. A companion complained about the raid. 5 days endless enemies. Another added to the misery. Infinite spawns worse than the boundary. The companion flinched. Something was coming. 2 fallen cultists appeared. Ominous presence. Kashiwagi prepared his attack. Eat this. Pure power. Kashiwagi unleashed a mighty punch. Devastating impact. The cultists were obliterated. Kashiwagi stood victorious. Cronus praised Ryoga's courage, calling him a hero. Ryoga, ever pragmatic, reminded him he was fighting for his life. 2. Not bad. Ryoga ordered Cronus to assist. Cronus, ever loyal, charged into the fray. Zero hesitation. Ryoga activated Life Drain. Power surged. Ryoga leveled up to LV 27. He felt good about it. Ryoga smirked, calling it, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Cronus, unimpressed, demanded more class. Cronus asserted his choice, expecting class. Ryoga, with a witty retort, accepted the critique. Ryoga offered a sarcastic apology for being classless. He picked up something. Ryoga placed a token. 2 tokens now adorned the pillar. Ryoga placed the last token. 48 tokens in total. Ryoga noted other guilds had left. He decided to clear the gate himself. Ryoga instructed his companions to sell magic stones. Chinen asked about his plans. Ryoga declared he would stay to grind levels. Chinen understood. Ryoga and Kashiwagi stood before a grand gate. Undead minions waited. Ryoga observed the dungeon's layout changes. Kashiwagi worried about leaving. Ryoga refused to leave. Kashiwagi fretted about becoming mincemeat. Ryoga declared they were clearing the place now. Kashiwagi asked about other conditions. Ryoga explained placing tokens on pillars was key. Kashiwagi understood his hunting. Ryoga explained zombies lacked the brains. They had to place them themselves. Ryoga commanded them to run their asses off. Pure motivation. Ryoga engaged an armored zombie. He swiftly defeated it. The dungeon was transforming way faster than before. Ryoga knew they were screwed. They needed to move and fast. Where is it? Ryoga demanded. The last pillar. Kashiwagi shouted back. Master, I found the pillar. Ryoga's eyes widened. The dungeon continued its rapid, unsettling transformation. No time to waste. Damn it! Ryoga cursed. An armored zombie appeared, demanding, hand over the token. Ryoga hurled a bag, presumably full of tokens. Kashiwagi caught it mid-air. Quick thinking. Kashiwagi landed, securing the bag. Mission critical. Kashiwagi slammed the token onto the pillar. I placed it, he roared. The dungeon still shifted. Why can't we move forward? Ryoga yelled, frustrated. At this rate, the dungeon's chaos intensified. Ryoga stumbled, falling to his knees. Damn it, he muttered. A massive, glowing magic circle appeared on the pillar. The transformation was complete. That was a close call. Ryoga sighed. It finally stopped. Pure relief. Kashiwagi announced. Master. A path to the underground has opened up. Ryoga nodded. Let's go in. Ryoga let out a breath. I really thought we were done for. Close call indeed. Ryoga observed the new area. Looks like a hidden room. He smirked. The real fight starts now. Let's go take down the boss. Ryoga declared, pumped. Kashiwagi flexed. Yeah. They stood before a massive, ornate door. Above it, a sign read, Masked Man, Death Guardian. So this is the boss room, Ryoga noted. A shiver ran down his spine. It feels ominous in here. Ryoga pushed the heavy door, creaked open slowly, revealing the darkness within. Inside, multiple masked mimics stared back. Creepy bastards. What a creepy bastard, Kashiwagi growled. Ryoga agreed. Yeah. The mimics prepared to attack. Out of nowhere, a powerful purple energy blast slammed into Fafnir. Fafnir transformed, his spiritual power embodied. You won't get past me, he growled. Zero hesitation. Fafnir blocked the attack, shielding Ryoga. I won't let you lay a finger on my master, he declared. Pure loyalty. The masked mimic, the Death Guardian, stared with glowing eyes. It was casting something nasty. Ryoga reeled, clutching his head. Is this a curse? He muttered, feeling the pain. Ghostly, mask-like faces swirled around Ryoga. The curse was taking hold. Creepy bastards. Fafnir looked concerned. Master, what's wrong? Ryoga was clearly in agony. The masked mimic smirked. Foolish humans. I will kill you. Classic villain monologue. Ryoga appeared, observing the scene. Looks like you're having fun, he quipped. Ryoga activated Clear Mind, resisting mental attacks. Then, Unholy Blessing. What a twist. The Unholy Blessing buffs undead, debuffs others. It was bestowed upon the Death Guardian. Unbelievable. My lord, did you do something to him? Fafnir asked. Ryoga just channeled holy power. Ryoga smirked. Fafnir, show him your power. Time for some action. The masked mimic's eye turned red. It was enraged, charging another attack. Pure fury. The Death Guardian unleashed a torrent of purple energy. All-out assault. Fafnir activated Dark Aura Leg Strength Enhancement. Ready to charge. Fafnir charged forward, deflecting the blast with his enhanced leg. Unstoppable force. He pushed through the energy, closing the distance. Zero hesitation. The masked mimic, eye glowing red, warned, Don't run. Too late. Fafnir activated Dark Aura Iron Fist Enhancement. Time for a knockout. Fafnir delivered a powerful punch. Green energy exploded. Pure force. The masked mimic recoiled, emitting a purple aura, taking damage. Fafnir looked surprised, then grimaced. The curse was still affecting him. Annoying. Fafnir clutched his chest, bubbles forming on his skin. What is it? He asked. The system explained. Ryoga smirked, activating Unholy Blessing. Just as he thought. The Unholy Blessing worked. Fafnir's body recovered, glowing green. Unbelievable. The masked mimic retaliated with a sharp claw attack. Pure fury. Fafnir blocked the attack, delivering a 10-hit combo. Brutal efficiency. Fafnir continued his assault, landing more powerful blows. Relentless. The masked mimic was severely damaged. Bleeding. Is in pain. The masked mimic screamed. It hurts. This curse isn't working. Pathetic. The masked mimic yelled. I'll kill you. Pure rage. Fafnir mocked the mimic. You're too slow. Holes in its body are a pain. Fafnir dodged the mimic's attack, moving swiftly. Zero hesitation. The masked mimic's body was riddled with holes. It's falling apart. Fafnir asked Ryoga, What should we do? The mimic's regenerative ability is a pain. Ryoga smirked. Finish it in one hit. He activated Bone Control. Overkill. Ryoga used Bone Control, summoning sharp bone fragments. Time for a finisher. The masked mimic screamed. Stop hitting the same spot. It unleashed Curse Formula, Dark Wave. Desperate. Fafnir and Ryoga braced for the attack. Ryoga commanded, Armored Zombie, Defensive Formation, Strategic. Ryoga charged, a blue streak, pure speed. Ryoga sealed the mimic. Wedge of Retribution, temporarily. Fafnir moved. Fafnir, now. Zero hesitation. Fafnir unleashed one-hit crush. Brutal efficiency. The mimic was defeated. Ryoga, calm. Ryoga leveled up to LV.6. Not bad. Pure satisfaction. Ryoga asked about the main event. The altar. Fafnir replied. The Grand Altar. A glowing item. Pure mystery. Good armor, Ryoga noted. Fafnir agreed. Dragon scale armor. Transcendent. Growth type. Unbelievable. Ryoga smiled. I'll gladly take this. Ryoga touched the armor. Purple energy. Instant equip. Armor equipped. Stats boosted. Even better, Ryoga thought. Armor transformed. Exactly as pictured. New stats. Ryoga armored. Ready for training. Fafnir asked why. Ryoga explained. Fafnir, suspicious. Free pass. Fafnir laughed it off. Ryoga, unimpressed. Classic. Let's head back, Ryoga commanded. Green energy. Something emerged from the corpse. Unexpected. What's that? Ryoga asked. Pure surprise. 2 ethereal dragons circled a pulsing blue orb. Energy flared. Pure spectacle. The orb intensified. Forgotten Temple boss subjugation complete. Gate sealing in 3 o'clock. Pure efficiency. Forgotten Temple cleared? No way. Word is the boss was suddenly defeated. Pure disbelief. Was it the Phoenix Guild? No press conference. Then daybreak? Pure speculation. Chinen, you're safe. Yuma Rendo rushed forward. Pure relief. They're saying this place has been cleared, Yuma exclaimed. Yeah, because I'm the one who did it. Pure casualness. Right? Everyone's running around looking for the person who cleared it. Yuma continued. Ryoga listened. Yuma's eyes widened. Come again. Pure confusion. That's right. Everyone's been running around looking for the person who cleared it. Ryoga reiterated. Yuma stared blankly. Ha! Still confused. Yuma's face contorted in realization. Wait. Then, pure epiphany. The one who cleared the Forgotten Temple was. Yuma shouted. Others watched. Ryoga clamped a hand over Yuma's mouth. Keep your voice down. Yuma muffled. Yuma argued Ryoga would be famous. Ryoga insisted on secrecy. I don't want to deal with the fuss. Pure pragmatism. I'll also add the boss rewards to your payout. Ryoga offered. We didn't even participate. Pure guilt. Ryoga mused. They weren't even going to ask what the boss dropped. Pure integrity. A shadow mask appeared, engraved with multiple curses. Pure ominous. Thrill of the hunt skill. Tracks cursed targets. Ryoga offered financial compensation instead. Pure practicality. I'm not going to say it twice, you know? Ryoga stated. His answer wouldn't change. Pure resolve. I've got what I wanted, so I guess it's time to head back. Ryoga concluded. Pure satisfaction. A martial artist questioned a woman. Are you the ones who cleared the Forgotten Temple? Pure suspicion. The woman replied. We'd like to know that ourselves. Pure mystery. The martial artist scoffed. It wasn't you? He pondered. If the Phoenix Guild had cleared it, they would have announced it right away. Pure logic. He sighed. We finally finished our preparations. He continued. So to hear it's already been cleared makes no sense. Pure frustration. The woman narrowed her eyes. If it wasn't daybreak, then who in the world? Pure deduction. She stared. Don't tell me, she thought. No. That's impossible. Pure denial. Meanwhile elsewhere, a workshop was in shambles. It looks like a tornado went through the workshop. A man exclaimed. What on earth did you do? Pure chaos. Another man asked. Did Arajiri show up? The first man replied. You'd think so, right? Pure sarcasm. The first man shouted. I knew this was Mr. Chinnen's doing. He added. Well, I somewhat expected it, but still. Pure exasperation. Ryoga explained. You were stressing over advertisement, so I lent you a hand. Pure mischief. The first man cried. You have no idea what I've been through. He ranted. Even outside of Arajiri, every single day people from all over keep hounding me to sell them potions. Pure torment. His phone buzzed. Can I buy some potions? Messages flooded in. Please let me know if you have any in stock. His phone rang. Can I buy potions right now? Pure demand. He screamed. I honestly thought I was going to die. Patent applications piled high. Pure overload. Ryoga asked. And, he continued. Was it too much of a bother? Pure nonchalance. The man stammered. And no, it was great advertising. Thanks to you. But, pure conflict. Ryoga stated. The results are what matter. He added. It might have been a hassle, but everything worked out, right? Pure pragmatism. He then asked. What's the progress? Pure business. The man reported. The intermediate potion patent has been filed, and will be ready for mass production soon. He continued. Oh, and the item you ordered has arrived. Pure efficiency. Ryoga took the box. Thanks. Pure gratitude. He added. Orbs are rare, so tracking it down must have been a pain, right? Pure awareness. Ryoga opened the box. A dark orb glowed. It helped that black magician is such an unpopular class. Pure advantage. A system window appeared. Darkness ORB increases magnetic force when used by a black magician or similar class. Pure power-up. Ryoga instructed Fafnir. Fafnir, stand right there. Fafnir questioned. Are you planning to pull off something crazy again? Pure suspicion. Ryoga denied it. Stop making it sound like I'm doing something weird. He placed the orb. Pure manipulation. Fafnir reacted. Ugh. What is this? Pure discomfort. Ryoga explained. I'm using the orb's power to increase the synchronization rate between Kashiwagi's soul and the Dragonian's corpse. Pure progress. A system window appeared. The completion rate of the Eldritch Dragon has increased by 7%. Pure potential. Fafnir questioned. Why is it still incomplete? Pure curiosity. Ryoga replied. Because if this orb breaks, you die. Pure bluntness. Suddenly, Ryoga attacked Fafnir with a swift kick. Pure surprise. Fafnir reacted instantly, blocking the blow. Pure instinct. Ryoga complimented. Nice catch. He added. Your reaction speed seems faster now. Is it because your synchronization rate went up? Pure observation. Fafnir fumed. What if I had died? Pure outrage. Fafnir roared. You said I'd die if it breaks? Didn't you? Pure accusation. Ryoga smirked. Protecting the orb. Pure manipulation. He explained. I have to see how it holds up after being used. Otherwise, I wouldn't know if it's defective. Pure testing. Renya cried out. You absolute devil. Pure horror. Fafnir agreed. Yeah, tell him. Pure solidarity. Ryoga remembered. Right. He asked his companions. Could I ask you guys to collect the magic stones again? Pure request. Yuma and his party responded. Yes, sir. Pure obedience. Yuma asked. Should we just extract them like usual? Pure routine. Ryoga replied. Yeah, just make sure to keep the bodies intact. Pure instruction. Yuma questioned. You're going to turn these corpses into undead too, right? Pure assumption. Ryoga denied it. No, I'm planning to make a golem next. Pure revelation. Yuma stared, dumbfounded. Huh? You're going to turn these corpses into a golem. Pure shock. A massive golem appeared behind him. Pure foreshadowing. Ryoga explained. My level still isn't high enough to create high-ranking undead. Pure limitation. He continued. So I'm thinking of making a golem next. Pure strategy. He added. Of course, I'll need an alchemist and some materials. Pure requirement. Ryoga thought. But I've already secured a highly skilled alchemist. Pure confidence. Renya shivered. Oof. I just got a bad chill. Pure premonition. Ryoga smirked. So all that's left is to gather the materials. Pure determination. Title card appeared. Ground Zero. Pure location. Text explained. Formerly known as the Saitama Outlet, it turned into a lawless zone after the Great Calamity. Pure lore. It added. A place where money buys you anything. Pure anarchy. Fafnir questioned. My lord, are you sure this is the right place? Pure doubt. Ryoga replied. For now, yeah. Pure ambiguity. They stood before a bar named Bar Tenkawa. Pure destination. Fafnir observed. You have unique tastes. He added. I didn't know you were into vintage bars. Pure judgment. Ryoga clarified. I have some business with the manager here. Pure purpose. A title card introduced. Madame Shuri. Pure identity. Text explained. On the surface, she's a bar owner. Pure facade. Continued. But in reality, she's a broker who mediates black market deals. Pure truth. Ryoga thought. I don't know how big Madame has grown her operation at this point in time. Pure uncertainty. He concluded. But she should already have what I want. Pure expectation. Ryoga observed the bar's interior. Looks like there was a fight. He added. And a recent one at that. Pure deduction. He pointed. Let's ask that guy over there. Pure initiative. Ryoga called out. Hey! Pure command. A man on the floor groaned. Ugh! Pure pain. Ryoga, seeing the man on the floor, demands to know where the manager is. Pure command. The man, startled, asks who Ryoga is. Ryoga repeats his demand. The man defiantly refuses to tell. Pure standoff. The man, terrified, reveals Madame isn't there. She ran off 30 minutes ago, and his guys are tracking her. Pure fear. Fafnir notes tracking her will be tough after 30 minutes. Ryoga confidently replies it's not a problem. Pure assurance. Ryoga activates his shadow mask and soul chase. He declares, let's go. Pure activation. Ryoga begins tracking Madame Shuri's soul trace. Pure pursuit. Meanwhile, Madame Shuri is running through the city. Pure escape. The Red Spider gang pursues her, shouting after her. They command, don't let her get away. Pure chase. Madame Shuri wonders why the Red Spider Gang is after her. She shouldn't have angered them. Pure confusion. She realizes she's screwed if they catch her. Pure dread. Madame Shuri is cornered by multiple gang members. Pure entrapment. She looks distressed, clutching her arm. Pure desperation. A gang member hits her with a pipe. He remarks, "Good grief." Pure brutality. The gang leader approaches, saying she made them work for it. Pure arrogance. Madame Shuri, injured, warns them not to underestimate her. Pure defiance. The leader smirks, mocking her for having no mana left. Pure taunt. Madame Shuri draws a knife, challenging him to find out if she's acting. Pure challenge. She stands ready, facing the gang members. Pure readiness. The leader observes the crowd. Ryoga appears, observing the scene. Pure arrival. Ryoga asks if they're putting on an entertaining show. Pure sarcasm. Ryoga observes the unfolding drama. Pure curiosity. He asks if they're putting on a fun show. Pure sarcasm. Madame Shuri remains distressed, while Ryoga calmly watches. Pure observation. The gang leader, annoyed, tells Ryoga to mind his business. Pure defiance. Ryoga playfully notes the warning. Pure taunt. The gang leader, enraged, warns Ryoga not to get cocky. Pure anger. He then orders his men to attack. Pure command. In a split second, Fafnir retaliates with a powerful blow. Pure speed. Fafnir effortlessly sends multiple gang members flying. Pure dominance. He crushes a weapon in his hand. Pure strength. Fafnir continues his assault, kicking another foe away. Pure momentum. The gang leader is shocked by Fafnir's overwhelming power. Pure disbelief. He ignites his hands, revealing his own fiery ability. Pure escalation. Madame Shuri warns Ryoga as the leader unleashes a massive fire attack. Pure danger. The leader vows to reduce them to cinders. Pure threat. Other gang members smirk, confident in their leader's power. Pure arrogance. Unexpectedly, Fafnir stands unharmed amidst the flames. Pure invulnerability. The leader is utterly shocked, his fire proving useless. Pure shock. Fafnir counterattacks with blinding speed and force. Pure retaliation. He then declares the world is a big place. Pure philosophy. Ryoga stands over the defeated gang leader. Pure dominance. He casually asks if they are done here. Pure sarcasm. A Red Spider gang member lies defeated. Pure aftermath. Ryoga looks down, a past memory surfacing. Pure realization. This was the guy who burned Madame's face. Pure revelation. Before his regression, of course. Pure history. Madame Shuri walks away, glancing back. Pure relief. Ryoga notes she is safe this time. Pure observation. A subtle sound accompanies her departure. Pure quiet. An older man rushes in, apologizing profusely. Pure urgency. He greets Madame Shuri, relieved. Pure arrival. Madame Shuri confirms his presence. Pure welcome. The older man asks about the chaos. Pure inquiry. Madame Shuri claims ignorance. Pure evasion. The Red Spider attacked out of nowhere. Pure surprise. Ryoga observes the new arrival. Pure deduction. That guy looks pretty tough. Pure assessment. A bodyguard, perhaps? Pure speculation. The bodyguard questions Ryoga and Fafnir. Pure curiosity. Madame Shuri admits she doesn't know them. Pure uncertainty. But they don't seem like bad people. Pure judgment. The bodyguard thanks Ryoga for saving them. Pure gratitude. Ryoga casually explains his presence. Pure nonchalance. He just followed them after coming for a drink. Pure coincidence. Ryoga approaches Madame Shuri. Pure intent. He commands her to hold still. Pure instruction. She twitches in surprise. Pure reaction. Ryoga uses life drain on Madame Shuri. Pure healing. The system confirms HP restoration. Pure magic. Her body glows with renewed energy. Pure recovery. Madame Shuri is fully healed and sparkling. Pure rejuvenation. She looks astonished by the effect. Pure wonder. A magical aura surrounds her. Pure glow. Madame Shuri asks if he's a priest. Pure inquiry. Ryoga gives a vague, confident answer. Pure mystery. Something like that, he says. Pure evasion. Cronus appears, claiming credit for the spell. Pure boast. Ryoga, annoyed, tells him to read the room. Pure irritation. Just keep it down. Pure command. The scene shifts to a bar. Pure transition. Madame Shuri, the bartender, asks for his order. Pure hospitality. The Milky Way pub sign glows. Pure setting. Ryoga sits at the bar. Pure customer. He orders milk on the rocks. Pure eccentricity. Madame Shuri looks surprised. Pure disbelief. She questions his unusual order. Pure confusion. Is it some kind of joke? Pure skepticism. She offers coffee as an alternative. Pure service. Madame Shuri serves his drink. Pure action. She then asks his purpose. Pure curiosity. What brings him here? Pure inquiry. Ryoga reveals his true objective. Pure revelation. He wants a ticket to the underground auction. Pure demand. Madame Shuri looks surprised. Pure shock. She offers her business card instead. Pure alternative. It's for the Milky Way pub. Pure branding. A better option than a mere ticket. Pure privilege. Ryoga examines the card. Pure inspection. She explains its protective power. Pure assurance. No one in Ground Zero will mess with him. Pure warning. The Dragonian asks Ryoga about his auction goal. Pure inquiry. Ryoga reveals his target. A 3-star mana engine. Pure ambition. A device that generates mana. Pure definition. Madame Shuri doubts he'll find it there. Pure skepticism. Ryoga looks surprised. Pure reaction. Ryoga considers clearing a gate. Pure contemplation. What a pain, he thinks. Pure annoyance. He ponders other options. Pure thought. Madame Shuri offers a request. Pure proposal. The reward. A MIS 4 mana engine. Pure incentive. Ryoga notes her terrifying resolve. Pure observation. Madame Shuri clarifies her possession. Pure revelation. Ryoga laughs at the revenge request. Pure amusement. Against the red spider. Pure target. Ryoga warns of the red spider's power. Pure caution. Madame Shuri suggests wiping them out. Pure solution. She highlights their mutual benefit. Pure negotiation. He needs mana, she wants revenge. Pure win-win. Ryoga sees the MIS 4 mana engine. Pure visual. Top tier, he notes. Pure assessment. Madame Shuri adds arachne thread. Pure bonus. Consider it a gift. Pure generosity. Ryoga takes a drink. Pure acceptance. You've got a deal. Pure agreement. He confirms taking the request. Pure commitment. Madame Shuri asks his star rank. Pure curiosity. Ryoga states he's a 1-star. Pure honesty. Madame Shuri is utterly shocked. Pure disbelief. A huge question mark. Pure confusion. The scene shifts to the ant cave gate. Pure transition. Ryoga and Madame Shuri arrive. Pure entrance. Madame Shuri stabs a knife into the ground. Pure action. A subtle sound. Pure quiet. The knife glows, creating a field. Pure magic. Energy swirls around it. Pure activation. Communication and movement skills are disabled. Pure restriction. Butterfly's dream activated. Pure skill. The security detail reports the west side clear. Pure routine. He then asks about the east. Pure inquiry. No response. Pure silence. A massive shadow looms behind him. Pure dread. Enemy attack. Pure chaos. He can't get through. Pure panic. What the? Yua. Pure demise. Ryoga receives praise for wiping out the red spider grunts. Pure efficiency. He plans to go in alone. Pure confidence. Madame Shuri offers a word of caution. Pure concern. Be careful in there. Pure advice. Ryoga enters the ant cave gate. Pure portal. He'll be right back. Pure promise. They entered the ant cave gate. Pure transition. Kashiwagi in his eldritch dragon form follows. Pure entrance. Ryoga summons his skeleton guard. Pure necromancy. Put your backs into it. Pure command. Kashiwagi is ready to hunt spiders. Pure eagerness. Just wipe them out one by one. Pure strategy. Ryoga doesn't care if they're monsters or hunters. Pure indifference. Only results matter. Pure pragmatism. A red slime appears. Pure monster. Danger grade 3-star. Corrosive mucus. Pure threat. A slime? It's kinda cute. Pure observation. Only on the outside. Pure warning. It melts iron. Pure danger. How are they supposed to kill it? Pure inquiry. Smash its core when it's wide open. Pure instruction. Kashiwagi charges forward. Pure action. Pretty straightforward. Pure confidence. The slime expands. Ready to strike. Pure defense. Kashiwagi attacks. Pure offense. Kashiwagi's fist glows with power. Pure energy. A decisive blow. Pure impact. He smashes the slime. Pure destruction. Red liquid explodes. Pure mess. Not bad. Pure praise. No corpse left. Pure surprise. Just a puddle. Pure aftermath. Will his skills work here? Pure doubt. Kashiwagi declares himself the star. Pure arrogance. A saint who levels up through summons? Pure mockery. As if. Pure dismissal. TCH. Pure annoyance. No corpse? No problem. Pure resourcefulness. He'll just use its soul. Pure necromancy. The slime soul. Pure energy. Ready for extraction. Pure magic. Come forth. Pure command. The soul answers. Pure obedience. A ghost is generated. Pure creation. A new minion. Pure surprise. What can it do? Pure inquiry. Debuffs and damage over time. Pure utility. He'll show him. Pure demonstration. The ghost attacks. Pure action. It envelopes the slime. Pure strategy. Strength and agility decreased. Pure debuff. Exhaustion inflicted. Pure pain. That's it? Pure skepticism. Only one right now. Pure explanation. They're useful when stacked. Pure potential. Hang in there. Pure encouragement. Until more ghosts. Pure plan. What a sad fate. Pure resignation. Bloodstone collection is smooth. Pure progress. They're worth millions. Pure value. Keep guard up. Pure caution. Getting interrupted was a huge loss. Pure anger. Don't screw it up. Pure warning. Kotetsu Osabi. Pure threat. Status on comms? Pure inquiry. Lost contact. Pure bad news. Not good. Pure concern. Kill anything that pops out. Pure order. Zero hesitation. Yes, sir. Pure obedience. A skeleton emerges. Pure shock. What the? Pure surprise. A skeleton? Pure confusion. Do they even spawn here? Pure doubt. What the? Is that? Pure alarm. Pointing fingers. Pure panic. A ghost? Pure realization. The skeleton is enveloped. Pure mystery. Burn it to ash. Pure command. Fire magic charges. Pure offense. Fireballs unleashed. Pure destruction. Targeting the skeleton. Pure focus. Direct hit. Pure impact. The skeleton burns. Pure resistance. The skeleton endures. Pure resilience. It retaliates. Pure force. A fiery punch. Pure impact. Osabi is shocked. Pure disbelief. A lizard and skeleton? Pure oddity. He charges a fireball. Pure magic. Eat this. Pure defiance. Fafnir watches. Pure focus. The fireball approaches. Pure threat. The other cultists. Pure background. A bone spear launches. Pure speed. Pierces the fireball. Pure precision. An explosion erupts. Pure chaos. Osabi is stunned. Pure shock. IT blocked. The explosion. Pure disbelief. Fafnir flexes. Pure power. Not bad, master. Pure praise. Fafnir activates dark aura. Pure power-up. Now it's time for some close quarters combat. Pure aggression. Fafnir unleashes. Pure fury. Kennic combat arts. Pure skill. 10-hit combo. Pure devastation. Fafnir stands victorious. Pure dominance. Cultists are defeated. Pure aftermath. The skeleton lies broken. Pure defeat. A temporary setback. Pure strategy. Ryoga smirks. Pure taunt. What's wrong? Did the plan fail? Pure provocation. Osabi recognizes Ryoga. Pure rage. It's you. Pure accusation. You're the one who got in our way with Madam. Pure anger. Osabi's plan forms. Pure logic. Target the summoner. Pure strategy. Take out the summoner and it's over. Pure overconfidence. Osabi gives orders. Pure command. You hold off the lizard. Pure delegation. The rest of US will focus our attacks on him. Pure focus. A shielded cultist charges. Pure bravery. Or foolishness. Pure debate. Fafnir prepares to strike. Pure power. You think this? Pure challenge. Fafnir punches the shield. Pure force. It shatters. Pure destruction. Is enough to stop me? Pure arrogance. Osabi casts a spell. Pure magic. Quick reload red bind. Pure trap. Fafnir is ensnared. Pure surprise. Fafnir is surprised. Pure confusion. Osabi taunts. Pure gloating. Mr. Osabi's binding magic. You damn lizard. Pure insult. Fafnir is immobilized. Pure helplessness. I can't move. Pure frustration. The cultist is trapped too. Pure collateral. Ryoga watches. Pure calm. Cultists charge. Pure aggression. Now! Pure command. Ryoga smirks. Pure confidence. The spirit floats. Pure observation. Now, what are you gonna do? Pure taunt. Looks like they've come up with a new plan. But it's within expectations. Pure foresight. Ryoga activates. Pure control. Green energy flows. Pure magic. Cultist reacts. Pure confusion. The cultist stumbles. Pure weakness. Huh? What's wrong with my body? Pure shock. Strength decreased. Agility decreased. Pure debuff. Ryoga smiles. Pure malice. His hand extends. Pure summon. Bone spears emerge. Pure weapon. Using bone spear. Pure declaration. Bone spears fly. Pure speed. Cultists are hit. Pure impact. Ryoga crosses arms. Pure thought. 3 stars are tough. I can't win with just a bone spear. Pure realization. A cultist flees. Pure panic. A skeleton pursues. Pure relentless. The cultist strikes. Pure force. The skeleton falls. Pure defeat. Skeleton guard has been defeated. Pure notification. Another cultist attacks. Pure aggression. A skeleton struggles. Pure defense. Ryoga combines skills. pure synergy. Bone control and bone spear, pure creation. Skeletal spear, pure power. Ryoga wields it, pure mastery. Verdian style basic spearmanship, pure skill. Ryoga attacks, pure precision. The spear strikes, pure impact. An enemy glares, pure anger. Ryoga's aura glows, pure menace. Let me show you the fruits of my training. Pure challenge. Ryoga faces Osabi, pure confrontation. Spear versus mace, pure standoff. Osabi charges, pure arrogance. Did you really think a mage could beat a martial artist in close quarters combat? Pure overconfidence. Osabi attacks, pure aggression. Form 4. Pummel strike, pure technique. Ryoga blocks, pure defense. Ryoga parries, pure skill. The mace shatters, pure destruction. Pure shock. Osabi stares, pure disbelief. His weapon broken, pure frustration. Damn it. Pure rage. Ryoga smirks, pure victory. His eyes glow, pure power. A guy like you is a piece of cake. Pure taunt. Ryoga's mace shatters Osabi's weapon. Pure shock. Osabi stares in disbelief, cursing. Pure rage. Ryoga smirks, his eyes glowing. Pure taunt. A guy like you is a piece of cake. Pure victory. Ryoga activates. Pure control. Bone control. Pure declaration. Green energy flows around him. Pure magic. He prepares for the next move. Pure strategy. Osabi attacks. Pure aggression. He unleashes a flurry of punches. Pure martial arts. Ryoga defends, blocking the blows. Pure defense. The fight intensifies. Pure struggle. Ryoga counters. Pure power. Heavy smash. Pure declaration. He swings his mace with force. Pure impact. You let your guard down. Pure taunt. The mace connects. Pure destruction. A sickening crack echoes. Pure pain. Osabi's arm breaks. Pure injury. He screams in agony. Pure defeat. Ryoga's armor shifts. Pure transformation. Dragon scale armor is changing shape. Pure revelation. Osabi watches in horror. Pure shock. What the hell is that? Pure fear. Ryoga fully transforms. Pure power. His new armored form gleams. Pure menace. Osabi recoils, intimidated. Pure fear. Ryoga stands ready. Pure readiness. Ryoga smiles. Pure malice. His eyes glow with dark intent. Pure threat. Osabi is clearly in pain, clutching his arm. Pure suffering. Ryoga enjoys the moment. Pure sadism. Ryoga reveals his plan. Pure deception. I lured you in on purpose. Pure confession. Osabi stares, realizing the trap. Pure realization. Ryoga's strategy unfolds. Pure mastermind. Ryoga shouts. Pure command. Hey, hurry up and finish things on your end. Pure urgency. He calls to an unseen ally. Pure coordination. The plan accelerates. Pure execution. Osabi realizes. Pure dread. These guys were stalling me with their child's play. Pure understanding. Fafnir's dark aura erupts. Pure power. Osabi cries out. Wait a minute. Pure panic. Fafnir attacks. Pure aggression. Like hell I'd wait. Pure defiance. He lunges at Osabi. Pure speed. Osabi tries to block. Pure desperation. Fafnir's attack lands. Pure impact. Osabi is sent flying. Pure force. The ground shatters. Pure destruction. Fafnir's eyes glow. Pure intensity. Cultists panic. Pure fear. You guys. Don't run. Fight. Pure desperation. Their leader, injured, tries to rally them. Pure futility. Fafnir roars. Pure power. A massive explosion erupts. Pure destruction. The cultists are overwhelmed. Pure defeat. Fafnir's might is absolute. Pure dominance. The cultist leader is defeated. Pure despair. To think I'd lose. To a lizard like this dash pure humiliation. He lies broken on the ground. Pure failure. Fafnir charges. Pure speed. He rushes towards the fallen leader. Pure relentless. The leader looks up in terror. Pure fear. Fafnir's final blow approaches. Pure inevitability. Fafnir kicks. Pure force. He brutally strikes the leader. Pure impact. The leader is sent flying again. Pure helplessness. Fafnir shows no mercy. Pure brutality. The leader is defeated. Pure finality. Fafnir stands over him. Pure dominance. Don't get cocky when you're weak. Pure taunt. Another enemy falls. Pure victory. Fafnir approaches Ryoga. Pure concern. Are you okay, master? Pure loyalty. Ryoga replies calmly. Pure confidence. Of course I am. Pure reassurance. Still. Pure observation. This guy is something else. Pure realization. Even if it was just for a second. He actually managed to stop Fafnir's movements. Pure shock. He's quite the guy. Pure respect. It'd be a waste. Pure practicality. So I guess I'll use him. Pure decision. Ryoga activates a skill. Pure necromancy. Come forth. Pure command. Ryoga smiles. Pure confidence. The cultist's body glows. Pure magic. I should probably collect the corpse. Pure foresight. Just in case. Pure caution. Fafnir stands by. Pure loyalty. Alright. Next up is clearing the gate. Pure objective. Fafnir stands ready. Pure readiness. The gate looms. Pure challenge. Is that the boss? Pure question. Ryoga observes the slime. Pure analysis. A new threat emerges. Pure encounter. Squeak. Pure sound effect. Huge red slime. Pure identification. The boss is revealed. Pure monster. Ryoga and Fafnir stand ready. Pure determination. Facing the slime. Pure confrontation. The slime attacks. Pure aggression. Powerful red blast. Pure impact. Ryoga and Fafnir brace. Pure defense. Meanwhile elsewhere. Pure scene shift. Madame Shuri waits. Pure anticipation. A blue energy field. Pure mystery. You really finished it all by yourself. Pure compliment. Red Spider was weaker than I expected. Pure dismissal. Ryoga downplays it. Pure humility. The boss was a breeze, too. Pure boast. Ryoga internally gloats. Pure arrogance. Classic rookie mistake. Pure wit. Oh, I can keep the boss's drop item, right? Pure request. Of course. Pure agreement. A red book appears. Pure loot. What about the rest of Red Spider? Pure inquiry. They probably noticed the comms went dead. Pure deduction. So they'll be making a move soon. Pure prediction. Then this isn't the time to be standing around. Is it? Pure urgency. Don't underestimate the madam. Pure warning. She already has an escape plan figured out. Pure confidence. You know me so well. Pure acknowledgement. Let's get going. Then. Pure command. Madame Shuri smiles. Pure charm. Here is your promised reward. Pure delivery. They arrive at the bar. Pure destination. Time for payment. Pure transaction. This is some nice output. Pure satisfaction. Ryoga types. Pure action. Blue energy flows. Pure magic. Ms. 4. Pure identification. Manufacturer. Meets Corp. Next-gen mana engine. Pure tech. The reward is revealed. Pure power-up. If you find any defects later, I won't be covering them. Pure warning. Isn't that a bit too unkind? Pure complaint. Ryoga is surprised. Pure reaction. It's a prototype. Pure warning. If any problems arise, we're both taking a risk. Pure caution. I was planning to make her owe me one if the engine malfunctioned. Pure scheme. She really doesn't miss a beat. Pure awareness. I won't complain if there's an issue. Pure promise. So could you deliver this to the site for me? Pure request. That much is easy enough. Pure compliance. Chinen San pure greeting. I'm so glad you're safe. Pure relief. Of course I am. Pure assurance. Why wouldn't I be? Pure confidence. Because it's ground zero we're talking about. Pure concern. If you told me you came back as a ghost, I'd believe it. Pure humor. Unfortunately, I didn't become a ghost. Pure reveal. Instead, I caught one. Pure surprise. Ryoga reveals a captured ghost. Pure shock. Renya stares in disbelief. Pure terror. Weiwa. Pure scream. You're overreacting. Pure nonchalance. Of course I am. Pure panic. A ghost just popped out. Pure disbelief. Please try to get along. Okay? Pure command. You'll be seeing each other a lot from now on. Pure future. No. Impossible. Pure refusal. I can't even handle horror movies. You know? Pure fear. Spare him. Pure desperation. Yes, I get it. Pure acknowledgement. Well then, I'm going to sleep. Pure exhaustion. I'm exhausted. Pure weariness. Jaya. Pure scream. Don't leave me alone. Pure desperation. I'm feeling unusually sleepy for some reason. Pure drowsiness. As your divinity has risen, an audience within the Star Sanctuary is now possible. Pure system message. Moving to the Star Sanctuary of the target constellation. Pure destination. Where am I? Pure confusion. You have arrived. My contractor. Pure welcome. Chronos? Pure recognition. Entering someone else's dream without permission is bad manners. Isn't it? Pure accusation. This is no dream. Pure correction. You have come to the Star Sanctuary. Pure clarification. Since my divinity has increased, I am now able to summon people here. Pure explanation. So this is the Star Sanctuary. Pure understanding. Where you can have an audience with a constellation. Pure purpose. The scenery looks similar to the Pantheon. Pure observation. If the Pantheon is where all constellations gather, then a Star Sanctuary is the unique domain of each individual constellation. Pure lore. Constellations use their star sanctuaries to grant blessings. Pure function. So why did you go out of your way to summon me? Pure inquiry. If you've got a divine protection or a holy spell, hand it over. Pure demand. Cronus admits he lacks achievements. Pure truth. He needs his contractor to do something. Pure demand. To raise his divinity, Ryoga needs a holy relic or a temple. Pure instruction. A relic isn't an option right now. Pure pragmatism. Ryoga decides to build a temple. Pure decision. It'll grant an unofficial achievement. Pure bonus. Someone wakes Ryoga up. Pure interruption. The rookies are using his workshop as an inn. Pure audacity. He's not amused. Pure annoyance. Ryoga needs to talk to them. Pure command. The atmosphere is heavy. Pure observation. Ryoga tells them to quiet down. Pure order. He asks their reason for being hunters. Pure inquiry. One hunter admits it's for money. Pure honesty. Ryoga is relieved they aren't unrealistic heroes. Pure pragmatism. That works for him. Pure approval. One rookie insults Ryoga, then gets punched. Pure chaos. Ryoga has a proposal. Pure pivot. He wants them to form an official party. Pure offer. Weren't we already a party? Pure confusion. Not officially. Pure clarification. He was just paying them for chores. Pure truth. He wants them to work together now. Pure partnership. What do they say? Pure question. They're all in. Pure enthusiasm. Sounds good as long as they don't die. Pure condition. Alright, pack your bags. Pure instruction. They'll spend a month at the boundary. Pure announcement. Yes, sir. Pure compliance. Now he can summon them openly. Pure strategy. He's counting on them at the boundary. Pure expectation. Meanwhile, they arrive near the boundary. Pure destination. Ryoga will give a quick rundown. Pure briefing. Hold your questions. Pure command. Ryoga introduces himself. Pure revelation. He's a saint necromancer. Pure power. A necromancer and a saint? Pure confusion. What the heck is that? Pure shock. They question his summons. Pure inquiry. Ryoga needs to build a temple. Pure instruction. A necropolis. Pure definition. A city of the dead. Pure clarity. It'll be a stronghold for necromancy. Pure purpose. The boundary is saturated with death. Pure environment. Perfect for him. Pure logic. First, find a plot of land. Pure objective. Ideally a defensible place. Pure strategy. Will they build it soon? Pure inquiry. No, a necropolis needs a spirit vein. Pure condition. Osabi, keep your guard up. Pure command. Watch our surroundings. Pure order. Ryoga focuses spiritual power. Pure action. Searching for a spirit vein. Pure objective. Let's go. Pure progression. Ryoga senses enemies. Pure detection. Looks like trouble ahead. Pure observation. Lizard men appear. Pure threat. Yuma assesses the lizard men. Pure analysis. Kashiwagi scoffs. Pure dismissal. They're just weak lizards. Pure arrogance. Watch out. Pure warning. Their scales are oily. Pure defense. Strike attacks won't work. Pure advice. Kashiwagi attacks anyway. Pure defiance. What was that about strike attacks? Pure sarcasm. Kashiwagi is unimpressed. Pure power. No, it's nothing. Pure embarrassment. Yuma backs down. Pure awkwardness. More lizard men charge. Pure aggression. Kashiwagi effortlessly counters. Pure dominance. One down. Pure efficiency. Kashiwagi continues his assault. Pure power. More fall. Pure victory. The lizard men are defeated. Pure victory. Kashiwagi stands triumphant. Pure might. Ryoga activates a new skill. Pure necromancy. An armored zombie is generated. Pure power. Monsters gather in places. Pure observation. Where strong spirit veins flow. Pure explanation. Stay sharp. Pure command. Let's keep moving. Pure progression. Yes, sir. Pure obedience. Kashiwagi unleashes a powerful strike. Pure force. More enemies fall. Pure dominance. Ryoga and his party advance. Pure movement. His new armored zombies follow. Pure reinforcement. This spot should do. Pure declaration. Are you sure? Pure doubt. It'll stand out. Pure concern. This is a convergence point. Pure explanation. For spirit veins. Pure logic. The perfect location. Pure conviction. I'll leave camp preparations to you. Pure delegation. Too many enemies. Pure concern. Should we help? Pure inquiry. Numbers mean nothing. Pure declaration. To a necromancer. Pure truth. I'll show you why. Pure promise. Bone control activates. Pure skill. Bones rise from the ground. Pure manipulation. Ryoga's power expands. Pure growth. Armored zombies charge forward. Pure aggression. Ryoga's army grows. Pure might. The party surveys the battlefield. Pure aftermath. Defeated foes litter the ground. Pure victory. Using flesh writhing. Pure technique. To separate bone and flesh. Pure process. Using bone control. Pure construction. So, you're building a necropolis. Pure inquiry. Yes, an obelisk. Pure ambition. Isn't an obelisk for the sun god Ra? Pure historical fact. Right. Pure confirmation. An obelisk symbolizes Ra pure knowledge. The sun is a symbol of life. Pure irony. Perfect for death. Pure defiance. I dub thee the Black Obelisk. Pure declaration. An act that defies providence. Pure observation. Just what I'd expect. Pure approval. From a necromancer. Pure compliment. I'll take that as a compliment. Pure acceptance. The framework is done. Pure progress. Let's build the inside. Pure instruction. Souls have sensed spiritual power. Pure reaction. Spiritual energy swirls. Pure phenomenon. Warnings appear. Pure alert. Consuming massive power. Pure drain. Ryoga pushes himself. Pure strain. Just a little more. Pure determination. Continuous consumption active. Pure drain. Spiritual power minus 50%. Pure warning. Consumption rate increasing. Pure danger. From the strongest spirit vein. Pure source. I'll draw the current up. Pure command. Come forth. Pure summoning. The Black Obelisk is complete. Pure achievement. A feat defying common sense. Pure defiance. A new myth etched. Pure legend. Building completion high. Pure efficiency. Performance increased by 50%. Pure boost. Vision severely restricted. Pure side effect. Ichha. Pure confusion. Undead stats increased by 30%. Pure buff. Ooh. Pure reaction. I can feel power surging. Pure exhilaration. Ha. Pure exhaustion. I actually did it. Pure triumph. This much is a breeze. Pure bravado. Ga. Pure pain. Continuous consumption active. Pure drain. Spiritual power minus 86%. Pure depletion. Spiritual power depleted. Pure danger. Master. Pure alarm. My head hurts. Pure discomfort. Hilarious. Truly hilarious. Pure mockery. You actually built a temple. Pure disbelief. Keep your voice down. Pure irritation. Comical. Pure irony. Building a temple of death. Pure defiance. Using a symbol of life. Pure paradox. With this, pure consequence. You've defied logic. Pure achievement. The connection has taken shape. Pure bond. Chinen. Is your body okay now? Pure concern. You look a bit pale? Pure observation. I just pushed myself. Pure understatement. You're exaggerating. Pure dismissal. Even so, pure complaint. When will this fog clear? Pure impatience. Inconvenient not seeing. Pure frustration. Right. Pure realization. Problem for you. Pure solution. Companion information registered. Pure action. To the Black Obelisk. Pure integration. Registered lifeforms. Pure exemption. Not affected by blind fog. Pure relief. Oh, I can see clearly now. Pure joy. Wow, how mysterious. Pure wonder. Amazing as always. Pure admiration. Necromancy range expanded. Pure growth. Undead capacity 0/100. Pure potential. The necropolis can now house. Pure expansion. I can store others too. Pure convenience. The constellation giant who defies heaven has increased its divinity. Pure upgrade. Since I've regained Kronos' power. Pure explanation. With his necropolis established and power surging, Ryoga declared his next objective. Strengthening their combat forces. Then, he turned to his companions, announcing it was now their turn to get stronger. Noticing their surprised looks, Ryoga explained they'd be fighting together. So everyone needed to power up. No more just collecting magic stones. First up, Ryoga assigned Fafnir to handle Yuma's training personally. Fafnir eagerly prepared for intense training, but Ryoga urged him to be even harder. Yuma, however, sensed a weird turn. As for Yuka and Hybera, Ryoga declared he would train them personally. Fafnir began Yuma's session by asking about his innate trait. Yuma admitted his only skill was defense, with a strange recoil effect. Using his martial god eye, Fafnir quickly identified it as repulsion, not recoil. Yuma's moving fortress trait infused magic into his shield for defense and impact force. Fafnir explained repulsion as a force pushing objects apart, then asked to borrow Yuma's shield. Simply put, Fafnir revealed it could return attacks as shockwaves. In a flash, Fafnir infused the shield with dark aura, demonstrating its power. Yuma watched in utter shock, demanding to know how Fafnir did that. Fafnir instructed Yuma to infuse magic as if striking, not just defending. Then, Fafnir told Yuma to give it a try himself. Yuma concentrated, attempting to channel magic into his shield. With a grunt, Yuma swung his shield, glowing with green energy. He struck a nearby tree, unleashing a powerful shockwave. Fafnir corrected him, instructing Yuma to infuse just enough magic to avoid recoil. Repetitive practice began. First, Ryoga asked Yuka to reveal her traits and skills. Yuka explained her main attack used a crossbow, and her trait was resonance. It linked objects with users, increasing power. Cronus, Ryoga's inner spirit, dismissed it as not very useful. Yuka felt a bit down. Ryoga, however, countered that it might seem useless at first glance, but it was highly capable if used properly. Then Ryoga handed Yuka something. "Try using this," he said. Yuka was surprised, asking if it was okay to use something so expensive. Ryoga clarified it was the common skill telekinesis. He joked about her paying him back later. Cronus was disappointed. Yuka used the skill book. Ryoga instructed Yuka to use resonance on her crossbow. Then she should try moving it with telekinesis. Yuka confirmed she understood. In a split second, Yuka activated resonance on her crossbow, making it glow purple. Then she used telekinesis to make it float. Yuka noted that this felt different from the resonance she'd used so far. Ryoga explained it was because telekinesis was stacked on top of it. Well then, Ryoga then told Yuka to try aiming at a nearby tree with the crossbow next. Yuka focused, her eyes glowing. She launched a powerful, glowing purple arrow that shattered the tree. "This is amazing," Yuka exclaimed, utterly shocked by the power. "But why did the power increase too?" she questioned, still bewildered. Ryoga explained it was because she was infusing it with additional magic. Once through resonance and then again through telekinesis, it doubled the magic power. Yuka wondered where he learned such a method. Ironically enough, Ryoga's inner thoughts revealed that he, before his regression, was the one who utilized the lackluster resonance to this extent. Anyway, Ryoga told Yuka to keep practicing until her magic ran out. Also, she should switch her weapon to this. Yuka understood. Meanwhile, Hybra asked Ryoga about his own traits and skills. Hybra sheepishly admitted his trait was a bit underwhelming. He explained he could create an inventory, but it could only hold about 1 kilogram. A system notification confirmed his trait. Spatial, innate, inventory generation. Kuhahaha. Fafnir mocked Hybra's small inventory. Ryoga, however, knew this guy was going to be a monster. Ironically enough, the Romanov family's number 2 possessed a powerful space ability. He stored all his weapons inside his inventory, and fought by taking them out whenever needed. Pure overkill. Ryoga knew expanding Hybra's inventory required an elixir. For that exact reason, it would cost a considerable amount of money. So, Ryoga told Hybra he would correct his magic use from scratch. "Leave the rest to me," he said. Hybra agreed. "Yes, sir." 2 weeks later, a desolate landscape unfolded. Armored boars charged towards a distant fortress. In the blink of an eye, Yuma's moving fortress trait activated. He blocked the charging boar with his shield. Yuma held his ground, deflecting the powerful impact. Zero hesitation. To everyone's surprise, Yuma repelled the boar, sending it flying backward. Classic rookie mistake. Meanwhile, Yuka activated resonance on her crossbow. Telekinesis was applied, increasing its power. Yuka's shot landed, severely injuring the armored boar. Unbelievably precise. Right after that, the armored boar lay defeated. Yuka stood victorious. The necropolis absorbed the monster's soul. It had begun to function as both a territory and a temple. Ryoga was impressed. "To think you two managed to defeat the armored boar without Fafnir lifting a finger," he thought. The special training was really showing. On top of that, the necropolis was finally recognized as a territory. Ryoga leveled up to LV 50, breaking past his limits. He reached 2-star, increasing all stats by 20%. However, the EXP required to level up had quadrupled. Starting at 2-star, he could create more undead types like a golem. Ryoga informed Fafnir he was heading to Shintani's workshop. Fafnir was surprised. "What?" Fafnir scoffed. "You expect me to just sit here and play watchdog?" Ryoga replied, "Oh, you catch on quick. Keep the necropolis safe for me." Yuma asked, "Mr. Chinen, what should we do?" Ryoga asked for their levels. Yuma was 48, Yuka 47, and Hybra was 45. All good. Then, Ryoga instructed them to head to Furujuku. "Huh? To Furujuku?" Yuma questioned, confused. Ryoga revealed a hidden area in the ancient garden. It had fixed entry requirements. Unbelievable. He explained the ritual. Goblin shaman blood on a frogman's heart. Then, enter the ancient proving grounds. Defeat the Dragonian. Prove your worth. To everyone's surprise, Yuma and his companions were shocked. A Dragonian? Unbelievably dangerous. Ryoga confirmed it. A one-on-one fight. No relying on teammates. He reassured them. "You won't die even if you lose." Zero hesitation. Yuma gulped. Ryoga added. It's going to hurt like hell, but there was a reward. Do your best. Yuma, Yuka, and Hyber agreed. Understood. We'll clear it. They were determined. Ryoga called out to Yuma. Oh. That's right, Mr. Chinen. Unexpected. Yuma asked if Ryoga needed help sorting the mana stones. There were a lot. Pain to handle alone. Ryoga dismissed the offer. Don't worry about it. He had someone else in mind. Classic Ryoga. Meanwhile, elsewhere, Madame Shuri received a text. Oh, a text from Chinen. Unexpected. Madame Shuri sighed. Since when did my bar become a mana stone processing plant? Annoyed. At that exact moment, the scene shifted to Shintani's workshop. Renya was working hard. Pure dedication. Ryoga appeared. Working hard, I see. Renya looked stressed. Unbelievable focus. Renya was startled by Ryoga's sudden appearance. He dropped his tools. Before he could react, Renya yelled at Ryoga. What is wrong with you? Don't just show up and scare me like that. Annoyed. Ryoga explained. You didn't even notice I was here. Renya was super focused. Zero awareness. Ryoga changed the subject. Well, whatever. He asked about the intermediate potions. Smoothly progressing? Renya sighed. Other than that, everything is fine. But, a classic cliffhanger. Ryoga dropped the formalities. Huh? You dropped the formalities? He explained. We're pretty close now, right? Bold. Renya replied. I don't really mind though. He told Ryoga. Talk however you want. Unexpected trust. Ryoga approached Renya. Pause what you're doing for a second and come with me. Renya asked. What's going on? Unexpected. Ryoga smirked. I'm planning to make a golem. Bold. Renya was shocked. A golem? He clarified. The semi-permanent kind with a mana source? Ryoga confirmed. Renya was still incredulous. Major corporations are still in basic research. He asked. And you're saying you can make one? Ryoga replied. Pretty much. Ryoga added. But in exchange, I'm going to need you to do quite a bit of the heavy lifting. Renya enthusiastically agreed. I'm in. Just tell me what you need. Ryoga said. Perfect. Ryoga retrieved the masked man's corpse from the ring of darkness. Renya was horrified. You're making a golem out of this? Ryoga confirmed. Yeah. Renya questioned the method. Wouldn't it be more efficient to turn something this size into an undead? He added. Aren't normal golems made out of stone or iron? Ryoga explained his plan. What I'm making is a hybrid between an undead and a golem. A blood golem. He clarified. It's a golem made of blood. Renya was speechless. Ryoga instructed. Start with the engraving. Renya, despite his shock, replied. Yes, sir. Zero hesitation. Renya diligently began the mana circuit engraving. Precise work. The narration explained. Engraving the mana circuit is the first step in creating a golem. Crucial. Renya was visibly exhausted. Phew. The narration added. It's the most tedious and most important step. Understandable. Renya finished. I'm done. What's next? Ready for more. Ryoga held a glowing red orb. The MIS-4 can generate its own mana. Powerful. Ryoga explained. If we embed the core into the masked man's heart, mana will naturally begin to flow, and the dead heart will start beating again. He planned to use it as the golem's heart. Connect it. Renya understood. Got it. He connected the core. Energy surged. The core was embedded. The heart began to beat. Unbelievable. Renya observed. The circuit is burning up? Ryoga corrected him. No, look closer. Ryoga clarified. It's not burning up? He explained. It seeped inside. Unexpected. Ryoga concluded. Once the mana generated by the MIS-4 starts flowing through the corpse's mana circuit, the golem's foundation is complete. Renya was amazed. Unbelievable. To think there was a method like this. Ryoga instructed. Next, we adjust its appearance. Final touch. 3 days later, a massive blood golem stood before them. The system confirmed. You have created a blood golem. Impressive. Ryoga addressed the new creation. Blood golem. If you have a consciousness, answer me. A direct query. The golem's eye glowed red. It responded. Yes, my master. Zero hesitation. Renya was overjoyed. Amazing. It's a success. Pure ecstasy. Cronus, in chibi form, announced. Contractor. I have something to give you. Renya realized. IT actually has an EGO. Unbelievable. Cronus floated away. Ryoga waved. I'm heading to the Pantheon. Next destination. Ryoga carried Chibi Cronus, who warned, don't mess with it too much. Ryoga casually replied, yeah, standard banter. At the Pantheon, Cronus transformed into his giant form. So, what's the rush? Ryoga pondered his rapid progress. Cronus declared, thanks to you, my divinity has risen. Allow me to grant you a new power. Ryoga thought, so you basically just called me here to brag. Classic move. Golden energy enveloped Ryoga. The system announced, a holy spell has been added, a new ability. Cronus laughed heartily. Did you see that? It's a new holy spell. Pure excitement. Ryoga stared at the system screen. Cronus boasted, this just goes to show how powerful of an entity I truly am. Ryoga remained silent. Ryoga looked utterly annoyed. What the hell is this? Utter confusion. The spell details appeared. Power of the giant. Ryoga scoffed. What a sketchy spell. Cronus fumed. What did you say? Ryoga questioned its utility. What am I supposed to do with this when I mainly use the undead? Application failed. Ryoga sighed. Ha! He concluded. This is a spell meant for living humans. It doesn't match my fighting style at all. Completely useless. Ryoga's expression hardened. In other words, rather than a spell for me, a realization dawned. Ryoga continued. You just made a spell that fits your own fighting style because you're a giant. Right? A blunt accusation. Cronus, flustered, stammered. What's the problem with that? Defensive much? Ryoga, utterly annoyed, scoffed at the useless spell. It's not so much a problem as it is that I'll never have a chance to use it. Pure overkill. Cronus, enraged, yelled back. You're still an incompetent constellation. After all, he demanded. Say that one more time. Defensive much? Cronus, still fuming, repeated the insult. I incompetent constellation. Ryoga, shocked, exclaimed. Why you? Utter confusion. Back in the city, Ryoga walked casually. His phone rang, and he answered. HM? What's up? A new development. Madame Shuri was on the other end. I got a lucrative job offer completely separate from the Red Spider issue. Intriguing. Ryoga, playing hard to get, replied. HYY. I'm a saint, you know? I won't move for pocket change. Classic move. Madame Shuri revealed the reward. The reward is a humanoid ginseng worth over 100 million. She added. They specifically requested Chinnen's healing abilities. A direct request. The scene shifted to a towering skyscraper. This was Sight & Company. A major player with massive influence. Impressive. The chairman's youngest daughter had contracted mummy disease. All treatments failed. A dire situation. So, eventually, the request for healing made its way to Chinnen. A last resort. Ryoga confirmed. If the request is successful, I get the humanoid ginseng, right? Zero hesitation. A visual of the humanoid ginseng appeared. It was a high-grade elixir refined with dark mana. Powerful. Madame Shuri questioned. Yes, that's right. But can you really do it? Ryoga confidently replied. Of course I can. Pure confidence. The mummy disease was explained as mana poisoning. It caused the body to break down from high-density mana. A hidden truth. Ryoga stated. Once you know the cause, the treatment is simple. Confident declaration. Renya, wide-eyed, exclaimed. Wow, this is amazing. He added. I've never been to a house like this before. Utter awe. Madame Shuri addressed Renya. Shintani, was it? This is our first time meeting, right? A formal greeting. Renya, flustered, quickly confirmed. Yes, a nervous response. Madame Shuri praised him. I heard you're the leading expert in potion development and even have talent as an alchemist. Renya, delighted, replied. Haha, well, I suppose. Yes, that's right. Pure ecstasy. Ryoga observed. He looked so happy being praised. Moments later, a sound was heard. A new arrival. A new arrival indeed. Chairman Fumiki Hoshino exuded intense pressure. Renya felt overwhelmed. Whoa. The pressure is intense. Pure intimidation. Renya recalled Hoshino's 7-star status. His aura was on another level. It's a level of strength someone like me can't even fathom. Utter awe. Hoshino, looking calm, greeted someone. It's been a while. A familiar face. Madame Shuri responded gracefully. Yes, Chairman. Have you been well? Polite inquiry. Hoshino suggested informality. I don't mind if you call me Mr. Hoshino like before. He added. Let's save the private talk for later. Business first. Hoshino turned to Ryoga and Renya. Are they the ones taking the request? Direct question. Ryoga introduced himself. I'm Chinnen. Renya, flustered, added. I'm Shintani. Nervous introduction. Hoshino explained his past experiences. I've had countless people approach me claiming they could cure her. He paused. But A history of failure. Hoshino concluded. They were all talk. Ryoga, unfazed, countered. In that case, I guess I'm the first decent one you've met. Bold claim. Hoshino's expression hardened. I don't want to see my daughter suffer any longer. He challenged. You're saying you can do it? Desperate plea. Ryoga remained confident. You'll just have to trust me on that. He added. How else am I supposed to prove it? Logical retort. Hoshino sighed. I'm leaving it to you. Ryoga thought. He must be grasping at straws. A desperate gamble. Hoshino's aura turned menacing. If you fail, forget the reward. He warned. You won't be leaving here alive. A deadly threat. Ryoga remained calm. Yeah, don't worry. Renya panicked. Why? How can you be so confident? Utter terror. Renya, trembling, pleaded with Ryoga. Chinin, we're really going to be okay, right? Pure fear. Ryoga stood amidst glowing magic circles. Recovery, mana rest, damage recall, existing treatments. Ryoga, annoyed, spoke up. I'm sorry, but could you stop all these magic circles? Direct command. Hoshino questioned. Why? Ryoga explained. Mummy disease is an illness where mana stimulates and contracts the muscles. The core issue. Ryoga clarified the problem. Methods that restore vitality via magic circles might seem fine at first glance. But, he continued, they just end up continuously stimulating the root cause. Counterproductive. Ryoga concluded. Which means they're completely useless for her treatment. Hoshino looked surprised. A stark revelation. Sarah Hoshino, pale and weak, called out for her father. Her illness was taking its toll. Mr. Hoshino gently held Sarah's hand, reassuring her he was there. Sarah, disoriented, questioned the unfamiliar faces. Mr. Hoshino explained that Ryoga and his team were there to cure her. Just a little longer, he urged. Ryoga, ever the pragmatist, declared it was time to begin. He ordered Renya to prepare the transmutation circle and mana stones. Renya, the alchemist, swiftly got to work. He meticulously placed the mana stones. Alchemist Renya Shintani activated the transmutation circle. He controlled the mana circuits in the space. The mana concentration in the area lowered. Mana extraction from Sarah Hoshino's body was now in progress. Renya proudly announced all mana in the room was eliminated. Ryoga confirmed this was the first stage of treating mana poisoning. Pure alchemy. Mr. Hoshino saw Sarah improving, little by little. He knew removing the mana was half the battle won. Cronus, the constellation, praised Ryoga's competence. Ryoga, however, noted Sarah's significant muscle damage. Ryoga possessed a skill to restore physical strength. He would use the power of the giant. Ryoga activated the power of the giant. Green energy surged around him. The target's life force decreased, but physical strength increased by 40%. Mr. Hoshino panicked, fearing failure. Sarah screamed in agony. Mr. Hoshino cried out her name. Mr. Hoshino frantically asked what was happening. Ryoga calmly told him to stand back. Ryoga couldn't explain his life force draining spell. The chairman's panic would only worsen. The power of the giant was a double-edged sword. It had both pros and cons. Ryoga boosted his own life force with potions. He then transferred the surplus to Sarah using life drain. This unique treatment method was beyond anyone else. Ryoga urged Sarah to hold on a little longer. Sarah slowly regained consciousness. She weakly called out for her father. Mr. Hoshino, overwhelmed, hugged Sarah tightly. Tears streamed down his face. He bowed deeply to Ryoga, truly grateful. Ryoga, smug, credited Sarah's resilience. Mr. Hoshino worried about Sarah's exhaustion. Ryoga found the emotional reactions awkward. Ryoga, ever practical, asked about his reward. Mr. Hoshino assured him it was handled. A briefcase opened, revealing a glowing humanoid ginseng, a unique elixir. Ryoga accepted the promised reward. Thank you, he said. Ryoga asked if the treatment could be used on others. Mr. Hoshino said it would be difficult. Ryoga explained he couldn't cure everyone. Mr. Hoshino conceded his point. Mr. Hoshino proposed a Titan company facility. Ryoga offered to teach mass production principles. Mr. Hoshino was surprised. Ryoga confirmed, leaving development to them. Mr. Hoshino pondered, then understood. A new path opened. Ryoga proposed a 10% royalty. Mr. Hoshino found it excessive. Ryoga insisted on its value. They sealed the deal with a handshake. Ryoga, with a menacing smirk, accepted. A contract with Titan company secured. Ryoga returned to his necropolis. Any issues while I was gone? He called. Fafnir, surprised, noted Ryoga's early return. He expected complaints. Ryoga presented Fafnir with the humanoid ginseng. A very expensive elixir. Fafnir roared with joy. An expensive elixir. Yuwu. Ryoga, annoyed by the reaction, poked Fafnir's belly. What's with this belly? Fafnir burped, looking sheepish. Well, you see. Fafnir, looking sheepish, confessed to Ryoga. I got hungry from beating up so many monsters, so I ate some mana stones, just a little bit, okay? But they were so tasty. Ryoga, utterly shocked, questioned Fafnir. What do you mean, a little bit? Fafnir, looking down, mumbled. I meant to only have a little bit, but... Ryoga grabbed Fafnir's arm, cutting him off. You! Fafnir, terrified, quickly apologized. I am sorry, master. I'll go hunt some more right away. Ryoga, with a menacing smile, grabbed Fafnir's face. You did great. Fafnir, confused and teary-eyed, could only manage a surprised. Ryoga's hand glowed with power. Your mana has increased. The system confirmed, checking Fafnir's status. Fafnir's total mana capacity and accumulation had increased, meeting growth conditions. Ryoga realized Fafnir, an undead with a dragon heart, initially had no mana. He mused. So he's designed to replenish his missing mana with mana stones. Huh. Ryoga instructed Fafnir, who held a briefcase. For now, hold on to that, since the mana stones are enough for now. Fafnir, dumbfounded, thought Ryoga would be angry about his income. Ryoga, however, dismissed it. The earnings from mana stones are peanuts anyway, so don't worry about it. Ryoga, with a smirk, explained his reasoning. It's far better for me if you get stronger. Fafnir, deeply moved, exclaimed, Master, I'm touched. Fafnir, overjoyed, hugged Ryoga with crushing force. I thought you were way more of a cheapskate. Ryoga, struggling for air, gasped. I can't breathe. You're choking me. Fafnir, realizing his mistake, quickly released Ryoga. Oh, my bad. Ryoga, gasping and coughing, slowly recovered. Ryoga, recovering, suddenly remembered. Come to think of it, where's Osabi? The noisy ghost, Kotetsu Osabi, cackled. Bwahahaha. He got overthrown. Ryoga commanded the fleeing ghost. Come here. Kotetsu Osabi, still cackling, sped away. Kai hihi. Ryoga, extending a glowing green hand, added. You come here too. Ryoga watched as Osabi's buried corpse rose as a skeleton. What are you planning to do with Osabi's buried corpse? Ryoga smirked. This was my plan from the start. Ryoga's hand hovered over the ghost Osabi. Just watch. Ryoga glowed with power. This is what you call fusion. The system confirmed. The dead body and soul have been fused. A new spell, fusion, had been added. Meanwhile, Yuma, Yuka, and Hybra struck heroic poses. We have safely returned from the ancient proving grounds, Yuma declared. And it's all thanks to Chinin-san. Ryoga, watching their dramatic poses, muttered. What's with that pose? He then congratulated them. Yeah, good work out there. Hybra, noticing a new figure, asked. And the guy standing over there is? Ryoga replied. You know him, don't you? It was Osabi, resurrected again. Resurrected, and resurrected again. Gyujej. Osabi, now a skeleton mage, ranted about chaos and destruction. Ryoga, unimpressed, simply told him to shut up. Ryoga formally introduced the reanimated Osabi. He was a 2-star skeleton mage, race, undead. Yuma and Yuka were clearly spooked. You're not planning to turn us into skeletons too? Yuka nervously asked. Ryoga, ever the pragmatist, cut them off. Enough chatting. Ryoga addressed his party. Listen up, alright? He then declared their destination. We're heading south. Yuma, confused, clarified. Towards ground zero, right? Ryoga confirmed with a smirk. That's right. He revealed his ambitious goal. We're going to expand our territory. A flashback showed Ryoga's past. Before the regression, he was alone. He was called a one-man army and the undead king. However, he lacked the numbers. He couldn't keep the Romanov family and 7 great houses in check. Back in the present, Ryoga explained his current strategy. That's why I'm expanding my forces this time. Ryoga emphasized his need for support. Allies who can fully back me up are essential. He added, one necropolis isn't enough. This is just the beginning. Cronus, in his ghost form, chimed in. And I also have to make you into a supreme constellation, right? Ryoga praised him. A good mindset, my contractor. Kashiwagi, in his eldritch dragon form, reported. There are trolls up ahead. He added. We can't go around them. There are 4 of them. Yuka, worried, noted. Trolls are 4-star gate monsters, aren't they? She continued. They're a pain to deal with because of their high regeneration. Yuka then asked Ryoga. What are you going to do? One of the party members suggested. Let's head back. Ryoga dismissed it. We're surrounded, so it's too late for that. He declared. If it comes to this, we'll break through head-on. Out of nowhere, a massive troll appeared. It roared, Guo! Hungry! Ryoga declared the moment. This is the Blood Golem's debut battle. He commanded. Show me what you can do. The Blood Golem charged forward. Its fist glowed with menacing power. In a split second, the Blood Golem punched the troll. A powerful impact exploded blood everywhere. The Blood Golem celebrated its victory. Guo! I beat the smelly guy. Ryoga, with a confident smirk, gave his order. Blood Golem, go all out. Ryoga explained the Blood Golem's unique composition. Its body isn't made of flesh, but of blood solidified with mana. Ryoga revealed the mana engine's secret. As long as it was intact, it could reconstruct a body, even from scattered blood. He acquired it for this regeneration ability. Kashiwagi, in his Eldritch Dragon form, questioned the prolonged fight. It's fine that it keeps regenerating, but won't the fight just drag on like that? Ryoga smirked, clarifying the situation. It's not just some tank with high regeneration. Ryoga activated Blood Body Transformation, Blade Mode. This transformed his blood into a weapon. In a split second, he pierced the troll. Blood splattered everywhere. Guh! The troll screamed in agony. Pure overkill. Ryoga then activated Blood Absorption. The accumulated volume increased, and his blood body expanded. The Blood Golem grew larger, its form becoming more defined and menacing. The Blood Golem's grade increased. It jumped from 3-star to 4-star. The newly empowered Blood Golem stood triumphantly over the defeated troll. Ryoga and his party watched. Suddenly, 2 more trolls appeared. Enraged, they cried, You killed my brother. Unforgivable. I'll eat you. Kill. Ryoga smirked. Here comes seconds. He identified his next target. The one in the middle is my prey. Ryoga assigned a target. Then I'll leave one to you, Blood Golem. He then declared his own plan. The rookies and I will take down the last one. Ryoga turned to his companions, asking confidently, You can do it, right? They nodded. The rookies responded in unison. Understood. Zero hesitation. Ryoga grinned, his eyes gleaming. All right. Let the troll hunt begin. A troll lunged forward, roaring. It aimed a powerful punch at Yuma. Yuma activated Moving Fortress. He blocked the troll's punch with his shield, deflecting the impact. Yuka prepared her crossbow. It glowed with purple energy, ready for action. Yuka unleashed her resonance and telekinesis, sending purple energy projectiles at the troll. Pure overkill. The troll roared in agony as more telekinetic projectiles slammed into it. Severely wounded and bleeding, the troll screamed, Duh! As it collapsed. Yuka smirked. I won't let you escape that easily. As the troll desperately tried to flee, Ryoga observed the retreating monster. It's getting away, he noted. In a split second, Hybra activated his spatial magic, opening a dark portal. The portal appeared, disorienting the fleeing troll. Ryoga commanded, Osabi, do it. The skeleton mage responded, Huge, destroy. Osabi, the skeleton mage, prepared a massive fireball in his skeletal hand. The fireball erupted, engulfing the troll in a devastating explosion. Yuma questioned Osabi's power. Ryoga explained, It's thanks to the soul and body fusing together in perfect balance. Ryoga elaborated on the synergy. His summon, Cronus, praised him, as expected of my contractor. Ryoga smirked, noting, It looks like they're done over there, too. The Blood Golem stood triumphant. Fafnir, holding a mana stone, asked, I'm eating this one. All right? Ryoga, in a thought bubble, approved. Yeah, eat up. Fafnir happily responded. All right. Fafnir eagerly devoured the red mana stone. Letting out a satisfied H. The Eldritch Dragon, Fafnir, absorbed the mana, increasing its total capacity and physical abilities. Fafnir continued to absorb mana, further boosting its power and physical attributes. Ryoga recalled Kashiwagi's past, needing stronger bones every time he powered up. Ryoga mused, compared to that, this guy is a breeze. Marveling at Fafnir's simple growth, Ryoga threw more mana stones. Here, eat it all. Fafnir eagerly consumed them. Fafnir powered up, surrounded by intense energy. The Eldritch Dragon was on a roll. The mana in Fafnir's dragon heart reached its limit. His body bulked up and his heart grew by 1 stage. Power up. Fafnir, now a 4-star, confidently challenged more enemies. Ryoga wondered if he was better off before the regression. Meanwhile, multiple necropolis installations stood tall in a dark, ethereal landscape. A grand sight. Ryoga stood before the necropolis installations. Finally, the 5th one was complete. He established a network between the 5 necropolises. The space became his territory, boosting his undead and summons by 30%. Fafnir asked if Ryoga would build more creepy towers. Ryoga replied, "No, this is enough." Ryoga explained that even if he made more, he wouldn't be able to defend them all. He elaborated, if even one core was destroyed, the whole system would lose its function. A critical vulnerability. Ryoga recalled his past life. The Romanov family destroyed the Black Obelisk, disabling his necropolises. He vowed it wouldn't happen this time. Ryoga told his companions they'd achieved their goal and could head back. They celebrated, dreaming of home-cooked meals. He also granted them 2 weeks off, much to their surprise. Ryoga playfully asked, "HMM, do you want me to say no?" Chinen bade farewell to his companions. He'd see them at the Saitama workshop in 2 weeks. "Good work." Fafnir, looking neglected, asked Ryoga, "What about me?" He wanted attention. Ryoga told Fafnir, "There's somewhere you need to go with me." A new adventure awaited. Ryoga opened the door to a bar called Milky Way. He stepped inside, ready for business. Madame Shuri greeted Ryoga, noting his return. She playfully suggested, "I might just start getting attached, you know?" Ryoga wondered if Madame Shuri actually had feelings like that. She greeted him again, offering the same as last time. Milk, not coffee. Madame Shuri served Ryoga his milk on the rocks. She questioned his lack of concern for appearances. He didn't get the appeal of alcohol. Madame Shuri found Ryoga, how interesting. She welcomed business talk, then warned him about red spider prowling. "Are you going to be all right?" Madame Shuri offered to handle them for Ryoga. He was serious, not joking. "What do you want?" Madame Shuri laid out her plan. Wipe out Red Spider. Support her faction. Her price was clear. She questioned his confidence. Red Spider's executives were skilled. This wasn't a small job. Ryoga dismissed her concerns. "IT won't be a problem." Madame Shuri agreed if he could deliver. Ryoga asked about his cut. Madame Shuri promised money and a fortune. A lucrative deal. Deal sealed. Ryoga then inquired about the human hunters. They were still up to their usual tricks. Ryoga declared, "Timing is perfect. Spread a rumor. Lure Red Spider. Then wipe them out." Meanwhile, elsewhere in the city, a subordinate urgently cried, "Boss!" Trouble was brewing. Blood splattered. The chairman corrected his subordinate. "It's chairman. Isn't IT. Pure intimidation." Red Kamishiro, Red Spider boss, demanded, "What do you want?" Zero patience. The subordinate reported human hunters gathering. They planned to seize the Black Herb farm. Kamishiro seethed. Failures piled up. Now bastards were stealing their farm, while they were vulnerable. "Triple the security," Kamishiro barked. The subordinate worried about Madame's surveillance. Kamishiro snapped. Losing black herbs meant ruin. They were the underworld's only domestic narcotic. Black herbs needed high-density mana soil, only harvested in Hokuto, a massive, critical business. The subordinate quickly complied. Kamishiro remained silent, deep in thought. "Show!" Kamishiro decided to act. He'd deal with the hunters himself. A menacing transformation. Red Spider number 2, Show Join, received his orders. Exterminate the flies. No mercy. At the boundary, a Red Spider patrol unit walked, unaware of the coming storm. Patrol members discussed the rumors. Human hunters planned to kill them, seize the farm. 2 Red Spider patrol members argued. One snapped, "You don't have to tell me twice." They were patrolling on chairman's orders. Their leader intervened. "Cut the chatter, you guys. Stay vigilant." Order restored. The leader noticed the fog. There's something wrong with this fog. A system alert confirmed their entry into the necropolis. He pondered. Fog in the boundary? A bad feeling lingered. Seems like something's about to happen. Show Join, Red Spider number 2 had his orders. Fire a signal flare if enemies appeared. He grumbled about a 3-star stuck on a search mission. The patrol leader commanded, "Check if anyone's hiding nearby." Vigilance was key. A patrol member used Hawk Eye. His eyes glowed. He saw it. "A Dragonian?" The leader scoffed. "Hey now, get a grip." He dismissed the idea. There's no way a dragon race would be out here. The patrol member insisted. His eyes glowed yellow. There's no mistake. It's definitely a Dragonian. He saw more. Also, a blood golem and a human stood next to it. A blood-soaked giant and a human right next to it. The leader smirked. "Just 3 of them?" He declared. "Not a problem. They wouldn't need a signal flare. Let's go." The Red Spider patrol attacked. Lightning shock. Ice javelin. Pure overkill. A patrol member asked, "Did we get EM?" He couldn't see well. "I can't see well because of this fog." Ryoga Chinen smirked. That's what they call raising a flag, right? Classic rookie mistake. Kashiwagi Saraku stood unharmed. Ice shards fell. He thanked them. You guys are so kind. Giving my stiff body some acupuncture and even a little electrostimulation massage. The patrol leader roared. Stop messing around. His patience wore thin. Kashiwagi confidently replied, I'm more than enough to handle a group this size by myself. Zero hesitation. Ryoga Chinin smirked again. I'll stick to supporting you then. A subtle nod. Ryoga activated skills. Power of the giant. Then, Wedge of Retribution. Finally, Unholy Blessing. Kashiwagi's leg glowed. Dark Aura Leg Strength Enhancement. He was ready. Kashiwagi, the Eldritch Dragon, charged forward. His power surged with dark energy. The Red Spider leader with Hawkeye active saw Kashiwagi closing in. He smirked, confident in his territory. Kashiwagi activated Sensory Domain and unleashed a full counter. Pure devastation. The leader boasted, planning to finish Kashiwagi with a counterattack. Classic villain monologue. Kashiwagi interrupted the leader's speech with a brutal strike. You talk way too much. The leader was sent flying, defeated in a single blow. His subordinates watched in shock. Another patrol member gasped, utterly stunned. Take this guy. Kashiwagi, the Eldritch Dragon, taunted the remaining foes. Come at me all at once. The Red Spider members attacked, boasting loudly. They were swiftly dispatched. What a joke. Ryoga instructed Kashiwagi to handle the rest. He then declared his own task, burying the bodies. Kashiwagi questioned Ryoga's unexpected mercy. Ryoga clarified his pragmatic view on the dead. Ryoga promised Kashiwagi a funeral if he died. Kashiwagi was surprised by his master's sentimentality. Meanwhile, another Red Spider unit lost contact. Their patrol leader looked worried. Shoujoin, furious, crushed his communicator. Useless idiots. His patience were thin. A subordinate reported no signal flare was used. Shoujoin's anger simmered. Shoujoin demanded intel on the enemy. His subordinate looked nervous. A survivor reported one enemy controlling 2 monsters. Unbelievable. Shoujoin was incredulous. Just one guy controlling monsters? He was furious. Shoujoin recalled the chairman's ruthless order. Failure meant death. He gathered his forces. Shoujoin gave Manamito a secret mission. She agreed, ready to execute her part. Manamito, a Red Spider executive, observed the area. She was on a secret mission. Ryoga reacted to a system message. His scout ghost was destroyed. Unbelievable. Ryoga and Fafnir discussed the Red Spider's persistence. An executive class member was likely involved. Ryoga considered their next move. But first, he had a plan for the buried. Ryoga decided to utilize the buried bodies. Fafnir looked on, intrigued. Ryoga explained his strategy. He connected the buried Red Spider corpses with mana threads. Shoujoin's men assembled, noticing odd dirt. Little did they know it was a trap. Ryoga channeled mana. The buried corpses exploded. Pure chaos erupted. Ryoga smirked, watching the Red Spider members burn. Fafnir was utterly shocked. Shoujoin, protected by Iron Body, survived the blast. This was the worst. A Red Spider subordinate called for help. His men were incapacitated. Shoujoin, enraged, vowed to confront Ryoga himself. He was out for blood. Shoujoin activated Mana Backtrace. Red lightning surged, tracking Ryoga. Shoujoin found Ryoga. He grinned menacingly. Found you. Shoujoin charged, ready for pest control. Zero hesitation. Fafnir appeared, blocking Shoujoin's path. That would be a problem. Fafnir prepared to strike, protecting his master. Shoujoin was shocked. Fafnir punched Shoujoin, who countered with a mana-infused fist. Shoujoin questioned Fafnir. Are you the one who killed my men? Fafnir replied. Could be. Shoujoin was the first to stop his punch. Fafnir questioned Shoujoin's strength. No way an undead from a gate could be this strong. Who was he? Fafnir introduced himself as Ryoga Chinin's guardian warrior. Shoujoin was utterly confused. Who the hell was Chinin? Fafnir dismissed Shoujoin's confusion. Who cares? He powered up, declaring Shoujoin would die here anyway. Shoujoin, enraged, vowed to kill Fafnir. Then, he'd wipe out that Chinin guy next. Zero hesitation. In a split second, Fafnir and Shoujoin clashed. Their powerful blows created a violent impact. Meanwhile, Ryoga observed the fight. Looks like Fafnir had started. It was time he got moving too. Ghost Eye activated. Ryoga shared his vision with a ghost. He prepared for his next strategic move. His ghost reported back. Only one of the 5 stars survived the explosion. Unbelievable. Ryoga commanded his soldiers. He was summoning 50 skeleton soldiers from the necropolis. Classic overkill. Ryoga watched his skeletons assemble. Let's see how long they can last in this war of attrition. Manamito was furious. Someone actually set landmines? Her entire team was dead. Manamito was enraged. What was this? An army of skeletons approached her. What was she supposed to do? A massive army of small fry after the landmines? Manamito was annoyed. She didn't know who was behind this. Manamito unleashed a massive fire attack. Stop messing with her. Pure power. Manamito watched the skeletons burn. They're seriously such trash. Zero resistance. Manamito continued her fiery assault. Seriously, sending backup is completely pointless, right? Manamito prepared another attack. Small fry should. She powered up her staff. Manamito unleashed a powerful fire blast. Stay back. She was not to be trifled with. Finally, she took them down. They're so damn persistent. She was exhausted. To her shock, more undead were coming. Wait. More are coming. Unbelievable. Manamito was furious. Seriously, stop sending small fry. Come fight her yourself. Someone off-panel mocked her barking. A grotesque zombie lunged forward. Pure chaos. Manamito, engulfed in flames, declared she'd take them all on. Zero hesitation. Manamito unleashed a fiery assault. Multiple targets down. Manamito gloated about her compressed fireball. This was the end. Unexpectedly, green goo splattered her face. A system message explained plague zombies' melting touch. Manamito screamed in agony. Manamito, face melting, vowed to kill her attacker. Get out here already. In a split second, Ryoga moved. Powerful blue impact. Ryoga assessed the situation. Their strength was even, but he had the speed advantage. Fafnir was distracted. Ryoga seized the chance, unleashing a straight punch. Ryoga landed a fiery punch. Like he'd let Fafnir get away. Ryoga powered up, red energy surging. Now! Ryoga unleashed Vulcan punch. It's over. A massive explosion. Ryoga stood, seemingly victorious. Exhausted but triumphant. Ryoga thought it was settled. Unexpectedly, Fafnir appeared unharmed. Well. Fafnir, completely unfazed, acknowledged the fiery punch. Ryoga was shocked and scathed. He called out to Fafnir. Ryoga had given Fafnir armor. Safety first. Fafnir thanked his master. Fafnir explained the dragon scale armor. It boosted his stats by 20%. Ryoga smirked. What an interesting monster. Ryoga scoffed. Fafnir was just an undead. Target the head. Game over. Ryoga lunged. Powerful blue strike. Unexpectedly, Fafnir dodged. Ryoga commented on Fafnir's luck. Dodging with that heavy body? Impressive. Fafnir mocked him. Luck? Seriously? Ryoga was enraged. You damn lizard. Ryoga realized it. Fafnir was reading his attacks. Ryoga prepared. How about this, then? Ryoga unleashed a flurry. Pure speed. Another powerful strike. Powerful red impact. Fafnir yawned. What cheap trick was this? Fafnir revealed his martial god eye. Reading movements. Analyzing flow. Fafnir boasted. Eyes closed. Easy win. Want him to go easy? Ryoga snapped. Stop messing with him. He unleashed a purple attack. Fafnir blocked. Useless. Moves figured out. Ryoga screamed. Screw you. What do you mean? A blue blast erupted. Ryoga coughed. Still alive? Fafnir asked. Ryoga's eyes glowed red. Countering him? Playtime was over. Blood dripped. A blessing activated. Avenger of the blessing. Anger fueled him. Strength and agility surged. Pain forgotten. Ryoga transformed. Then try dodging this. Fafnir was shocked. A constellation's blessing? Even martial god I couldn't track him. Ryoga was shocked. Since when? Fafnir's punch landed hard. Ryoga was sent flying. Powerful impact. Manamito screamed. Drop dead. A wind bomb erupted. Manamito was exhausted. When would this explosion end? Another blast. Manamito unleashed a corpse bomb. Manamito realized. Stronger explosions meant more mana. Not a ranged attack. They were definitely nearby. Manamito challenged them. Show yourselves, you trash. Manamito declared. No holding back. Her staff slammed down. Manamito boasted. She'd blow everything away. Pure overkill. A massive explosion erupted. Devastation. The area was ravaged. Silence fell. Manamito felt refreshed. Exhausted but satisfied. Ryoga appeared. Smirking. That sure was exhilarating. Manamito was shocked. Ryoga was out of mana. Manamito threatened. I'll kill you. Ryoga summoned a bone spear. Not a fan of destruction. Ryoga unleashed a powerful strike. Ryoga looked around. And over there, Fafnir? Ryoga spotted the eldritch dragon. Fafnir was fast. Martial god I couldn't track him. His power surpassed dragon-scale armor. Avenger LV1. The enraged antagonist screamed. Because of you, my subordinates are dead. Everything was ruined. He wouldn't be satisfied until he killed Ryoga. Pure vengeance. Fafnir pondered. Master told him to stall. He had to endure this. But it was proving harder than he thought. Tough fight. The antagonist boasted. He'd obliterate a fringe constellation like Ryoga. In a single blow, he accepted all of Vizel's power. Consumed by revenge. The antagonist lunged. A furious attack. Zero hesitation. Fafnir countered. Who are you calling a fringe constellation? Powerful blow. Ryoga intervened, using unholy blessing. And dirty skin, interfering with the guardian's blessing. Ryoga declared. Fafnir wasn't the only one who possessed a constellation's blessing. He had the power of the giant. Fafnir looked relieved. Master! Ryoga smiled. You held out well. Good job. Ryoga asserted. I'll take it from here. He activated unholy blessing. Time to finish this. The antagonist screamed. Gah! My head feels like it's going to split open. Intense pain. Ryoga observed. Between the penalty of Avenger and his curses, the antagonist's mind was breaking down. Ryoga promised to end his misery quickly, unleashing Wedge of Retribution. Ryoga continued, using ectoplasm. Powerful green blast. The antagonist was defeated. Fafnir asked if Master already took care of the rest. Ryoga confirmed. For the most part, even if any were still alive, they wouldn't be moving, utterly incapacitated. Ryoga used Life Drain, restoring Fafnir's health. Fafnir sighed. Ooh. He admitted he might have lost without Master. A ghost asked. How was his first battle against a constellation? Since regressing, Vizel's blessing buffed stats. At the cost of sanity. Fafnir asked about the dead guy. What would Ryoga do with him? Ryoga smirked. What do you mean? What? Now that his life was over, it was time to put him to good use. Fafnir was confused. Put to good use? Don't you mean work him to the bone? Turning him into a skeleton. Ryoga feigned ignorance. Meanwhile elsewhere, the Red Spider hideout. A new scene unfolded. Madame Shuri gets the green light. Time to execute the plan. Her subordinate is ready. Madame Shuri remembers her past. Running from Red Spider. Today it all ends. Madame Shuri unleashes her power. Lunar sorcery. Phantom Night Demon Mirror. Madame Shuri's eyes glow. Now. Tear each other apart. Pure chaos. The men in suits are confused. Who did you contact? A betrayal. The men turn on each other. You're the traitor. Swords clash. Madame Shuri smirks. Ryoga and Madame's efforts paid off. Red Spider was wiped out. Kamishiro learned too late. Red Spider's collapse. The power balance crumbled. 10 years of order gone. Meanwhile at the bar, Madame Shuri greets a visitor. What brings a busy man here? It's Mr. Black, the underworld merchant boss. Powerful figure. Mr. Black kisses up to Madame. She finds it terrifying. Tense exchange. Madame Shuri asks about their demands. Mr. Black's answer. Balance. Mr. Black warns Madame Shuri. Don't monopolize Red Spider's turf. Without their support, chaos would erupt. Madame couldn't suppress it. A clear threat. Red Spider's operations were vast. Many vested interests. Complex web. Mr. Black presses his point. Even for Madame it's too much. Madame agrees. But she has no intention of monopolizing. A sly smile. Madame reveals her plan. She'll hand it over. To someone she trusts. Mr. Black knew it. Mr. Black realizes. Powerful collaborator. Who could obliterate Red Spider? What kind of monster? Ryoga Chinen enters. The mystery guest. Mr. Black observes Ryoga. He looks pretty young, but clearly he's no ordinary kid. Ryoga greets Mr. Black. Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Black. Mr. Black is surprised. You know who I am? Mr. Black finds it hard to believe a kid like Ryoga took down Red Spider. Ryoga confirms he knows the top underworld merchant. Admirable. Mr. Black asks Ryoga for his name. Ryoga introduces himself. I'm Ryoga Chinen. Ryoga Chinen, huh, good name. Mr. Black acknowledges. Then let's get right down to business. Ryoga asks what Mr. Black wants out of Red Spider's operations. He has no intention of taking everything. Ryoga specifies. Just the Black Herb Farm and the smuggling routes. Mr. Black laughs. Funny joke. That's basically everything. Mr. Black explains the Black Moon cocktail. Laced with illegal black herb. It's an incredibly high-value enterprise. If you're asking for both, we merchants cannot support you. The math just doesn't add up. But instead, Ryoga counters. I'll open up a route connecting to Hokuto Prefecture. Mr. Black is stunned. You say you're going to open it, but that route is blocked by the human hunters of Hokuto Prefecture. Since the Great Calamity, sea routes are unnavigable. The land route to the north is the most valuable. Warning. However, the human hunters have occupied the boundary, cutting off the northern trade route. That's why I'm going to wipe them out. Pure overkill. And open that route up. A route connecting straight to Hokuto Prefecture is exactly what the underworld merchants want most. Isn't it? Mr. Black is shocked. Where? Did you hear about that? Ryoga replies cryptically. From your past life self. In my past life, I built a necropolis near Hokuto Prefecture. And back then, Mr. Black proposed a trade route to me. Does it really matter who I heard it from? Ryoga dismisses the source. The point is, I can open that route and the underworld merchants need it. Just imagine it. If the route to Hokuto Prefecture opens, you'll circulate massive goods. It'll generate profits black herb smuggling can't even compare to. And all those profits would go straight to the underworld merchants. Mr. Black considers. Can you really take care of the human hunters? Ryoga, with a confident smirk, declares he'll make the route passable within 2 years. Mr. Black's subordinate is impressed, recalling Ryoga's swift defeat of Red Spider. He finds Ryoga credible enough. Mr. Black, looking worried, points out the problem. Unforeseen variables and potential losses. What if you fail? Ryoga, with a nonchalant expression, shrugs off the concern. Failure just means the investment failed. That's all. Ryoga laughs, explaining that investments inherently carry risks. He mocks Mr. Black for being scared of losses. Pure overkill. Ryoga, turning his back, offers an alternative proposal. If Mr. Black doesn't believe him, he can just forget it. Ryoga threatens to pitch the Hokuto Prefecture route to the black merchants instead. They'd be extremely interested after all. Ryoga walks away, telling Madame Shuri that negotiations broke down. He plans to find another investor. Madame Shuri, looking frustrated, complains that she did her best. Ryoga casually assures her he'll consider her fee paid. Mr. Black, realizing Ryoga is serious about pitching to other merchants, stops him. He understands Ryoga's commitment. Mr. Black, now convinced, agrees to support Ryoga Chinen as the new Lord of Ground Zero, just as planned. Meanwhile, Submaster Hakugo Naruhito sits in his office, contemplating something while reviewing documents. Hakugo asks his assistant if it's been a month since he ordered a background check on Ryoga Chinen. She confirms it. Hakugo notes that everything in the report is glaringly obvious, almost too good to be true. The report details Ryoga's unusual activities. A one-star hunter constantly crossing the boundary, and his deep involvement in potion mass production. The report also mentions Ryoga successfully curing the Seitan Company chairman's daughter. Hakugo finds it incredibly hard to believe. The assistant confirms that despite multiple verifications, everything in the report is completely true. Hakugo, with a slight smirk, admits he thought Ryoga was interesting. He's now beyond his expectations. Hakugo asks if the scouting proposal is ready. His assistant hands him documents, confirming it is. Proceed with this. Hakugo looks at the proposal, a confident smile on his face. He's looking forward to what Ryoga will bring. Hakugo's confidence was well placed. Ryoga, meanwhile, was already contemplating the Aragiri Guild's next big move. Back to reality, Ryoga arrived at the Saitama abandoned factory. Pure overkill for a simple return. His companions, Yuma, Yuka, and Hybra, greeted him with an overly enthusiastic, "Welcome back." Classic rookie mistake. Ryoga, ever the pragmatist, questioned their presence. They, however, were ecstatic about their new 2-star ranks. Ryoga's "congrats was, predictably, an underwhelming reaction. Their hopes shattered. Ryoga knew they were worth training, despite their dramatic collapse. His companions, however, felt utterly unappreciated. Just as Ryoga was about to leave, Yuma stopped him. One more thing. Yuma revealed the Aragiri Guild's message. A request for gate subjugation support. Unexpected yet intriguing. Ryoga's thoughtful hinted at deeper implications. He knew this wasn't just any request. At that exact moment Madame Shuri appeared. Her timing impeccable. Madame Shuri confirmed it. Aragiri was taking an interest in Ryoga. Just as she predicted. Ryoga, connecting the dots, realized what Madame Shuri had meant. He needed details. Yuma explained Aragiri had taken over 3 long uncleared gates. A massive undertaking indeed. The 3 gates were listed, all 1-star to 2-star. Ryoga, without hesitation, decided to accept all 3. Zero fear. His companions, however, were less thrilled. Vacation days gone in a flash. Moments later, they arrived at the requested gate. A glowing blue portal awaited. Aragiri Guild support, medical and equipment teams were already there. A full-scale operation. Yuka, surprised by the sheer number, acknowledged Aragiri's top-tier status. Impressive, indeed. Ryoga, observing the excessive personnel for a 10-person gate, expressed his dislike. Pure overkill. Suddenly, a new face approached. Junji Matsumoto. The story continues seamlessly. 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 The story continues seamlessly.